Or we got Dunn or Zoo. I don't know. We got big high five between them. Looks like we got Chris. Chris, we'll put the headset on. Chris, you got us? Congratulations on the victory. Big time win for you guys. Gut check here on the road. Chris, the turnovers were the talk after game one. You guys finished with 11 turnovers today. You turned Denver over 20 times. A complete flip of the script. What led to such a better job taking care of the ball and then forcing the turnovers?
Yeah, just taking our time. First game, it's the playoffs. The intensity is high. The atmosphere is unbelievable. Credit to, Denver and their fans. They did a great job game one. And then game two, I think we just slowed down a little bit. And then defensively, that's what we do, right? We're a top defensive team in the league this year for a reason. We just got to go out there and show it.
You guys showed it today. Talk to me. What is it like watching Kawhi Leonard? 39 points today on 15 for 19, had 5 assists. He talked about being aggressive early, but when he's got it going like that, how much fun is it for this group?
Real fun, man. I mean, just think about all the things he's been through, over the years, with the stuff that he's been going through, and just be able to be resilient, keep coming back and fighting and playing the game that he loved. And, first game he didn't like the game that he had, and we all knew he was going to come out here and be aggressive and have a game like he did tonight.
Chris, you've been the free safety for this team here in the playoffs. You play that position in football. How fun has that been?
Oh, man, it's been unbelievable. I mean, the coaching staff, they allow me to be who I am. We have a great defense. I just love causing havoc. That's my role in the team, and I just try to go out there and do the best of my ability.
You're doing a great job. Congratulations on the win. Enjoy this one with your teammates.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Chris Dunn, nice enough to hop on the headset for us. Wow. We've had 2 games separated by a total of 5 points. The final here at Ball Arena, the Clippers survive behind 39 from Kawhi Leonard in 39 minutes. They take down Denver and take home court. They will head into a dome for the first playoff game at their home arena. As we step aside, final score here from Denver, 105-102. The Clippers get a win. For Jesse Trujillo, our engineer, Dan Collins, our statistician, Daniel West, and Adam Oslin back in the studio. The Clippers are coming home with the series even at 1. That's the goal. When you start the series on the road, the Clippers get it done. We'll talk to you in a few on your Clippers Audio Network.
Kawhi is not washed. He's him. He's him. 15 of 19. The game-winning jumper. Historic performance. 39 for Kawhi in 39 minutes. How about it? We're going back to Into a Dome, tied up at 1-all. That's what I'm talking about. How many of you said Kawhi was done? Kawhi was finished. Master Keys is getting a timeout for this. Adam, slow down. I ain't slowing down. That was historic. 15 of 19? 15 of 19? Oh, my God. That's only second to his Game 6 performance in 2021 as a Clipper in a must-win game in Dallas. 15 of 19? Say it with me. 15 of 19. That's one of the greatest playoff performances you'll see. From an efficiency standpoint, he doesn't get better. He has the steal late as well. Unreal. The Clippers survive. They get the win in game 2. Norman Powell came alive in the fourth quarter. What did I tell you in that clip I posted earlier today? Norm has been one of the most clutch players in fourth quarters for 2 years. For 2 years, he shot almost 50% from 3. He hit a big one in this fourth quarter. 15 of 19. Say it with me. Norm is about to be back. You have a fourth quarter like that? That's how you turn around your game in a series. Oh, I can't wait to watch him cook at the Dome. There aren't 10 better players in a playoff 7-game series in NBA history than Kawhi Leonard. There aren't 10 better players in a 7-game series than Kawhi in NBA history. There are. Here we go.
Time to recap, but the post-game coverage is
Number 2 wins game 2 for the Clippers as Kawhi goes 15 of 19 from the field, has 39 points, a clutch jumper and steal late, and the Clippers win 105-102 in Denver. And this series is tied up at a game apiece as we head back to Intuit Dome on Thursday night for game 3. Welcome into your post-game show. I'm Adam Osland. If you want to get on early, we're on AM 570 LA Sports tonight. 866-987-2570 is the phone number for Clippers Talk. But let's get back out to Denver, to Ballers Arena, when you got a guy like Kawhi Leonard just doing historic stuff with that level of efficiency. 15 of 19. I'm going to put it on a shirt if the Clippers go on to win this series. That is an all-time performance in their time of need. With other guys still struggling out there, Kawhi came through, Carlo.
Unbelievable stuff, Adam. Kawhi Leonard just had a vintage Kawhi. That is Kawhi that when people say this is a top 5 player all time, a top 10 player all time, this is the kind of stuff they point to, Adam. His ability to just be so efficient in this ball game. 39 points on 15 of 19, 5 assists, Adam, 7 turnovers in game 1, 1 in game 2. He made the correction, and he was clearly trying to get going on the offensive end early in this game. It is so hard to win on the road. It is especially hard to do it here in Denver. And Kawhi Leonard played 39 minutes and 1 second and scored 39 points. Unbelievable stuff. He was truly the Clippers' offensive engine in this game. Just flamethrower-like stuff from Leonard. And the Clippers got it done. They got it done. They found a way to get a win. In a game, Adam, that Denver shoots very well from the field, 44% from the three-point line, and the Clippers get out-rebounded by 18. They still are able to get the win.
The Denver Nuggets will be kicking themselves. You mentioned it here, Carlo, but early in that game, as the Clippers didn't have much going outside of Kawhi, and Denver didn't get up by more than 8, it felt like one of those moments where it could be a missed opportunity for them. I'm guessing that's what their post-game show could be talking about. The Clippers weren't playing well. I believe they started 2 of 12 or 2 of 13 from the outside. Yeah. It was Kawhi and nobody else, and then James Harden came along midway through that second quarter. The offense started to click in, and how about this? In a game where the Clippers win by 3, Kawhi hits the 3 to end the second quarter, going into the half to give them that halftime lead. An unbelievable, unreal game we'll never forget from an all-time superstar in Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I mean, you said it there. An all-time superstar, an all-time performance from Kawhi Leonard. He was first ballot Hall of Famer Kawhi in this game. Just the ability to affect the game in every way, get a block, get a huge rebound down the stretch, find his teammates on the offensive end, and really had him do a lot of it by himself. I mean, multiple possessions where it's Kawhi with his back to the basket, one-on-one with Aaron Gordon, and he is just creating offense by himself. One of the best isolation scorers this game has ever seen. Gets it done for the Clippers. Truly, truly an incredible performance. I just can't say enough about what Kawhi Leonard did today to help the Clippers get the win on the road. And look, now the Clippers get to go home to a place they've won 30 of their last 37 games, into an arena that finally has their own place to call home, a Clipper Nation that is sitting outside the arena to watch games so they can just feel what it's going to be like when that place is open on Thursday. I cannot wait, Adam. This was a grind-out win, and Kawhi, obviously the headliner, but Norman Powell, 7 points, couple of floaters, and a huge 3 in that fourth quarter. James Harden, you mentioned it, really came alive. Ivica Zubac got in there late. And Ty Lue, after going to Ben Simmons early in the game, said, I'm going to go to Zoo down the stretch. He was excellent. The Clippers found him just as important in that ball game. And Derrick Jones Jr., 19 minutes at him, he played stellar defense for this Clipper team. Overall, for the Clippers, they corrected the things they needed to correct. They held Denver to 0 fast break points after the first quarter. They had 9 less turnovers than game 1, and they got the win on the backs of an all-time performance from the Claw.
I think the most encouraging thing about this victory by the Clippers to me, Carlo, is they were in a tight game. Denver was executing, and the Clippers still out-executed them. They made 1 or 2 more plays in this ball game to win it against a team that rarely loses those tight games in crunch time in a playoff series. Typically, you better find a way to blow them out to win a game against the Denver Nuggets. Murray hit a huge 3 in this ball game late. The Clippers just unwavering, unflappable, that poise under noise in Denver to bring this back home 1-1 with Intuit Dome coming up Thursday night, game 3. And I got to shout out Coach Lue. He's been under a lot of fire the last couple of days. I thought his rotations overall were very sound, and he made a little bit of an adjustment trying to get Ivica Zubac on the floor when Jokic wasn't in this game. And I believe after 2 games, the Clippers are +3 total when Zubac is out of the ball game and Jokic is on the floor for the Denver Nuggets. You may say it's just 3 points. Well, in this game, they won by just 3 points. It can be that much of a difference. Those little small things, those small adjustments. I thought Ben Simmons, yes, he picked up some fouls. He's playing tough. He's playing hard out there. And as you mentioned, he helps push the pace.
Yeah, and honestly, Adam, Ben Simmons should not be worried about his foul trouble at all in this game. This is nobody has found out of this series. Simmons hasn't played more than 12 minutes through these first 2 games, and he was excellent, pushing the pace, getting the team out and running, finding his teammates, getting to the rim. The Clippers got what they needed from Ben Simmons in this game. Nico Batum hit some huge 3s for this team. Thought he might have had 1 more, but 2 big steals for him. The Clippers, 13 steals. Back to that defensive identity. And you want to know how good the Clippers are on defense? David Adelman did not call the timeout because he knows this is a Clipper team that is top 2 in half-court defense in the NBA. You don't want to set up your offense against that defense. Much rather have them run in transition. The Clippers did a good job to fly around, force 2 very tough shots. Christian Brown and Nikola Jokic unable to come away with opportunities on the offensive end. And the Clippers really honing in on the game plan. And this game had 12 ties and 18 lead changes. The largest lead was 8 by Denver early in the second, 7 by the Clippers midway through the third. It was a classic playoff game, and the Clippers this time able to grind it out. And there's no surprise that Kawhi Leonard's fingertips all over tonight's contest.
Carlo, I got to say something else. The Clippers, after giving up 14 points in transition in the first quarter, didn't give up a single fast break point after that. That is unbelievable. It
really speaks to the execution you were talking about. They said, we are not going to allow them to get back, and they didn't. And it was unbelievable. Adam, I've been holding this one in my back pocket, but the last time the Clippers won a game 2, the 31-point comeback in Golden State, they had lost 7 straight game 2s. They finally get it done. So we'll take it.
No broadcasters jinx. You waited for the right time to give that one out. Clippers.
I'm not saying that during the game, that's for sure.
Clippers win 105-102 in game 2 in Denver with an unbelievable all-time performance from Kawhi Leonard, who completely bounced back, going 15 of 19 to get to his 39 points, game-winning jumper, defensive plays just everywhere out there. Once again, showing the world that when he's healthy, there aren't many better in NBA history in a 7-game series, in my opinion. There aren't 10 guys I'd rather have in a 7-game series in NBA history than Kawhi Leonard. He is that special when it comes down to these big moments. Now the Clippers did their job. They got the split on the road. They're coming back home for 2 at Intuit Dome, starting on Thursday night for game 3. We will have your pregame show starting at 6, tip-off at 7, just like tonight. I'm hoping just like tonight the Clippers find a way to get a victory. Carlo Jimenez, great call as always. We'll see you back at the Dome. The Dome is home on
We
Thursday.
are getting a playoff game, Adam, at Intuit Dome. Let's go.
Coming up next, second half highlights. The Clippers come through late. They win 105-102 over the Denver Nuggets in another classic ball game. Yeah, this is the marquee series of the first round. You knew that coming in. It's played out that way. We'll tell you about the second half next, right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clipper Nation, how we feeling? How you guys doing? Allie says, I think we take both back home. Someone said I couldn't watch. Someone saying Clippers in 5 still. Kawhi clutch. That jumper out of the timeout over Aaron Gordon is just unbelievable. It's 103-102. They need a big shot. He gets the jumper, and then he gets the steal on the other end. Harden would miss the floater. But the Clippers got 2 misses. Got away with it a little bit. Christian Brown misses a 3. Jokic rebounds. He misses a 3-pointer. Clippers win by 3, 105-102. That was one of my favorite playoff games that I've seen from this Clippers franchise. That Kawhi 15 of 19 performance is unbelievable. I think he had 12 in the fourth. I've called him MJ 96 for 6 years. I don't know how many games MJ went 15 of 19. I'd have to look that up in a playoff game. I know there's going to be some historical numbers. I'm looking at Justin Rousseau at Fly By Night. This is a historic game. Through 2 games, the Clippers have scored 215 points. The Nuggets have scored 214. Through 2 games, the Clippers have had 31 turnovers, Denver 31 turnovers. Through 2 games, Stars with 7 turnovers, Clippers won, Denver won. Kawhi Leonard put on the cape, flew out the phone booth, and they're flying back to Intuit Dome now after he got him a 105-102 victory, dropping 39 points on 15 of 19 shooting and making all the clutch plays late for the Clippers. This series is tied up at a game apiece as the Clippers win in Denver in Game 2. Welcome back into your post-game show. I'm Adam Osland, number 2. Wins Game 2 for the Clippers. Unreal performance by Kawhi Leonard. You won't see many better than that. When the Clippers were having their back against the wall the way they were in this game, with all the talk of the 7 turnovers he had in Game 1 and only having 22 points, he had 21 points in the first half of this game, including a 3-pointer over a double team. I will call it a triple team to end the first half, to put the Clippers up by 3. They win the game by 3. You think that shot didn't mean anything? Think those last seconds of the half where some guys are trying to save their shooting percentage sometimes, that doesn't mean anything? Kawhi hits that shot. It's the difference in the ball game. Clippers led 55-52, 24 minutes in. And James Harden, who started to cook near the end of that second quarter, continued to in the third.
Kicks it hard, left wing, thought about a 3. Gets to his left hand, drives and floats it, and finishes in the paint. James Harden with the floater. Harden, far wing, pump fakes. 2 Nuggets fly by. Harden fires and hits the 3. James lets the traffic go by and gives the Clippers the lead. Harden one-on-one with Porter Jr. Sees a soft double team, looking into the right corner as he drifts. Tries a right wing 3. Hands a right wing 3. Harden a big time shot, and the Clippers have their largest lead, 75-69.
James Harden with 8 points
in that third quarter, and the Clippers led 78-76 heading into the fourth. Kawhi didn't play the end of the third. They were saving all his minutes for crunch time, and they needed everything he had left in the tank.
It's 4-on-4 the other way. Leonard looking for space. A step back three. Yes! Kawhi Leonard, 32 points and a timeout Denver. Harden on the left wing. Lofts it for Zoo in the paint. Kicks it right corner. Leonard's all alone for three. And he puts it in. Kawhi Leonard, 35 points for the Clippers. On the baseline with 8. Kawhi. Can he do it himself? Left elbow jumper. Yes, he can. Kawhi Leonard, 37 points. Clippers lead 100-97. 10 on the shot clock. Kawhi on the right wing. Gordon the switch. It's going to be Kawhi trying to save the Clippers on the road. He'll drive. Right elbow jumper. Does it again. Leonard is lethal. 39 points and the Clippers up 3.
They would win by 3 at 105-102. That was your eventual game winner. Kawhi, right elbow jumper over Aaron Gordon. Tough shot, unless you're the aimbot. Kawhi Leonard, incredible. The Terminator, whatever you want to call him, Claw. He absolutely snatched this game away from the Denver Nuggets. They win 105-102. Kawhi plays 39 minutes and goes 15 of 19 from the field, 4 of 7 from the outside, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 5 assists to just 1 turnover, and has 39 points. Best player on the court, looked like the best player in the world tonight while going up against Nikola Jokic. Coming up next, your final box score. Clippers win 105-102. We're tied up at a game apiece. We're back at Into a Dome for Game 3 on Thursday. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
American automakers in the U.S.
Let's go.
Ford's commitment
Let's
to America is not
go.
a coincidence, but a proud choice. And Ford is showing everyone that commitment is more important than ever right now.
Ford is offering
Yeah.
pricing on all
Kawhi went
You
11
pay what
of
Ford
12
employees pay.
on
Now's
2
the time to
pointers,
get into that
and all but
Ford
one was a
Take
jumper.
advantage of employee
All but
pricing
one?
while you can.
Ford.
Are you kidding me?
For America.
Why does he have numbers like he's a center? How are you that efficient on jumpers?
This season is even more exciting with the Clippers moving to their new home, into a Dome in Inglewood. Into a Dome.
That is an all-time performance.
Including incredible
All
features
time.
like the interactive Halo board and 51 rows of uninterrupted seats.
He
in
could have
the
gotten
ball.
tired.
Be sure
He
to
could have
tune
missed
in
some of those shots late in the games. It wouldn't have been on him.
like never before.
He did everything. He said, "No, I got more for you. I got more for you."
Clippers home game at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the LA Clippers.
Come here, Denver.
And the NBA.
Come get some of this.
Ticketmaster gets you into the game so you can catch every highlight in person.
Kawhi is a
And that
basketball
goes down
god
for
when
all
he
the
is hitting like that.
secret celebrity sightings
There's
and
nothing you
dream
can do.
tickets.
He
So
sees
get
right
Clippers
through you.
tickets at
Superman has
Ticketmaster,
X-ray
whether
vision,
you're
so does
into a
Kawhi.
dome or on the road.
Hand in his face does not matter.
When it comes to
Which
sports
center
tickets,
is
there's
going
no
11
better
of 12?
brand than saying you
Spencer
saw it
Hawes?
Hi, it's
What?
me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse.
Hey, Toby, he looks pretty good, huh?
I know. Just got the notification.
Great.
I know. You said you were wrong.
Almost there.
Yes, I know.
I think you
Look at
did.
all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
What did we just watch?
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh yeah, I know.
Norman Powell stepped up late, guys. I think that's going to carry over to Game 3. I think Norman Powell's going to be here now.
Back to first round action between the LA Clippers
He's ready.
and Denver Nuggets. This is the LA Clippers.
Clippers and the Claw outlast the Denver Nuggets. They go shot for shot, but Kawhi was one better. They win 105-102. If you've never believed in the clutch gene, or he has the it factor, or he's just built different, or he's him, well, that's a good example of just some guys have it. Kawhi is one of them. Gets up for these moments. All the pressure was on after the 7 turnovers in Game 1. Oh, by the way, he was my player to watch as he pulled them through to victory. Game-winning jumper over Aaron Gordon. Got the steal after that. Clippers get a couple of misses. And they're coming back to Intuit Dome tied up at 1 game apiece. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
This is HD2 Los Angeles, an iHeart radio station.
Kawhi went 15 of 19 from the field. He went 11 of 12 on 2-pointers. Only one of them, I believe, was a dunk or a layup. That dunk in transition off the long outlet pass from James Harden. The rest were jumpers. Are you kidding me? 39 points on 19 shots. 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 5 assists, 2 steals. But it wasn't just the claw. Late in this game, Norman Powell woke up. He found himself. Hit a huge 3-pointer late. Got a floater, a push shot. Uh-oh. If Norman Powell is back in this series, I don't like that if I'm the Denver Nuggets. The Clippers basically just split the first 2 games that were both winnable with Norm not being himself, with Bogey not being himself, and they still got it done. James Harden didn't score in the fourth quarter, 7 of 17, 18 points. Had a crucial stretch in the second where he really started to cook. Got it going in the third, but we know he can play better. This Clippers team hasn't played their best yet. Ivica Zubac, 16 and 12, light work for him. Was in a battle all night with Nikola Jokic, who went 8 of 16. He only got up 16 shots. He only had 8 points in the first half. He got his triple-double, 26, 12, and 10, but you're living with that. That's still below his average on the season. It is. He was getting 31 a game, I believe. He got 26. They did their job again against Jokic. Oh, and he went 6 of 10 at the charity stripe. You know, might be able to say Ivica Zubac outplayed him in this ball game. Okay, I'm not going to go quite that far. Maybe. But Big Zoo did more than hold his own against Nikola Jokic, who had a 3 to tie it late. I don't know why the Clippers weren't fouling there, but it was a mad scramble. And they pulled off the victory, 105 to 102. Clippers come back to Intuit Dome Thursday night for Game 3, tied up at a game apiece. Outside of Los Angeles, we're leaving you until then. We'll have your pregame show Thursday at 6. In LA, don't go anywhere. It's Clippers Talk next. Clipper Nation, what a night! What a night! What a game! What a game!
This has been Clippers Locker Room.
This is why you never give up on Kawhi. How many of you said he was washed? How many of you said trade him? You never give up on Kawhi, because when he's right, he's an all-timer. An all-timer. I'm going to say it again. There aren't 10 guys in NBA history I'd rather have in a 7-game series than Kawhi Leonard.
Ford is offering employee pricing on all
The claw is different.
Now is the time to get into that Ford you've been eyeing.
Take advantage of employee pricing.
What we just witnessed, 15 of 19 and almost all jumpers. What?
Fans, dunks, dimes, and no looks are great on TV. But
Bogey needs to be better. Hopefully Norm's fourth quarter carried over. Will carry over. As he had 7 points
features you have to see to believe, including the Halo board
in the fourth quarter. Norman Powell.
Includes 51 uninterrupted rows of the
Here's what's crazy.
As the newest
Kawhi's not on social media. Kawhi's not listening to any of these talk shows. He ain't listening to Clippers talk. He didn't know people were talking about his 7 turnovers. It's internal.
all starts with buying verified tickets.
It's all him just knowing he has to play better. He doesn't need anyone else to say it. It's all Kawhi.
So you can watch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Clippers up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. So get tickets at Ticketmaster because there's
Kawhi is an all-timer. You never give up on guys like that. When you have a guy that when he's healthy
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
is a top 5 player in the league, you got to hold on to him and just hope he's healthy. Miss Shakes brought up a really good point. That bogey steal on Russ was big.
When you sponsor a job on Indeed,
That was a big steal. There were some chaotic sequences in the fourth quarter. Oh, my God.
Indeed.com/credit and get $75 with your first sponsored job.
Slow is pro.
Phone it in.
We're taking your calls on the LA Clippers right now.
This
Y'all got any more questions about Kawhi Leonard and who he is as a player? He just dropped 39 points in 39 minutes on 15 of 19 shooting in game 2 and got the Clippers the 105-102 victory in Denver over the Nuggets. And this series is tied up at a game apiece with the next 2 games at Intuit Dome, starting with game 3 on Thursday night. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Talk. We will get to your phone calls. I know they're full here tonight. I know people are calling in tonight. Will anybody call in that said, this team was cooked? Kawhi's not the same player. They should have traded him. I don't know. Where's Rick at? I remember that call. This team can't do anything. They didn't build a championship team. It turns out when Kawhi is healthy, you can beat anyone. You can do anything. The belief and the trust in Kawhi in a big game, there aren't 10 players in NBA history I'd rather have in a 7-game series. It's like that with Kawhi. You hit 15 shots, and I think only one of them was a layup or a dunk. How? I mean, it's unguardable. There's nothing you can do. You're at his mercy. He's pulling up and fading away. And that jumper on the right elbow to put him up by 3 over Aaron Gordon. Calm, cool, collected. Yeah, I'll get the steal on the other end too. Good defense helped that steal as well on Jokic. With the double there, James Harden was on him. Jokic threw it away. Tonight, Kawhi was the best player in the world. I said before the series, you have to say heading in that Jokic is the best player in the series. But that doesn't mean after this series, we can't have a different opinion. Jokic has the hardware. He's won 3 of the last 4 regular season MVPs. He's won a championship less than 2 years ago. Going in, you have to say Jokic is the best player. Coming out of this series, will we say that? I don't know. Kawhi can make his case. He's that good. He's that special. He's that clutch. Kawhi is an all-timer. When he's healthy and right, and my God, how many knee injuries has he come back from? And every time he comes back, give him a couple weeks, give him a month, he'll get there. He'll get right back to where he was. It's uncanny. I've never seen a guy dealing with so many knee issues that comes back and just gets more efficient. I've been saying this for years, every time. And people think this guy doesn't love the game and doesn't want to play. He could have retired. He could have given up. Hey, Stephen A. He could have. He didn't. What a clown you look like tonight, once again. You were saying he should have retired in 2023. Maybe 2022. The game's better with him. The latest Kawhi commercial for New Balance, where he goes to have a little fishing expedition at a park. And the last line is, I believe when I show up, they're always quiet. the geese that were chirping, the media, the talking heads. I know Kawhi doesn't even hear this stuff. He doesn't watch Sports Center. Even recently, when he was asked about Ivica Zubac's appearance on there, he's like, "I don't know. What was he doing on there? I didn't see." It's real. This is who he is. Nothing phases him. Aaron Gordon is one of the better defenders, if not the best defender in the league, I think I've seen on him. Didn't faze him. Not tonight. He had a poor game one for his standards. He turns it around and wins game two in complete takeover superstar fashion. Kawhi was so good, I think it let Coach Lue give Norman Powell a longer leash for him to figure it out. Because I'm telling you, without Kawhi, they are down 20 in this game early. They are. Things could have easily gone the other way. When you look at that first quarter and how the Clippers were turning the basketball over and the Denver Nuggets had 14 fast break points in the first quarter. They could have been down 15. But Kawhi had 12 points on 5 of 5 shooting. He and Ivica Zubac went 8 for 8 in the first quarter. James Harden was 1 for 5. Norm was 0 for 5. Bogey was 0 for 2. Derrick Jones Jr. was 0 for 2. They could have lost this game early. And Kawhi was so damn good. Start of the second quarter, they have it tied at 31. They go on a quick 6-0 run. I like the lineup I saw out there with him, Batum, and Big Zoo. Some people were asking, what was the lineup adjustment? I didn't see an adjustment. They didn't do anything different. Yes, they did. You weren't watching. Yes, they did. He pulled Ivica Zubac early in the first quarter, Coach Lue, to get him in to start the second quarter when he knew Jokic would be out. So Zoo actually got some minutes out there when Jokic wasn't. Oh, and by the way, I believe for the second straight game, they won the small ball minutes against Nikola Jokic. Second straight game. I believe they went +2. But sure, Coach Lue didn't do anything. He didn't make any adjustments. But I will say this, a bigger one may have come if Kawhi wasn't that hot to start the game, because things could have unraveled quickly. And he said, no, I'm going to keep us within striking distance. He came out and started 5 for 5. I got to see, the first shot he missed, I think, was a three-pointer. Does anybody in the chat know how far Kawhi took it before he missed a shot? It's just crazy even saying that. When you go 15 of 19 and start 5 of 5, though, yeah. That's what Kawhi does. He has historic performances. He was 6 for 6. He missed a three-pointer after starting 6 for 6. But they quickly had it tied up at 31 early in that second quarter. And Batum hit a huge three-pointer in the second quarter also. After they went almost 12 minutes exactly without a made three. It was from the 7:44 mark in the first quarter till the 7:45 mark in the second quarter that the Clippers went without hitting a three. They were 2 for 12 or 2 for 13. It was rough. But I don't know if there was a three bigger than the one that Kawhi hit before the end of the first half. I don't know if there's many shots tougher than that. I looked at Daniel, our producer, because he's cutting the highlight. He doesn't even get to see it yet. I'm like, oh my God. Because the radio is live, guys. For people who are like, how are you ahead of me? When I'm always tweeting stuff out, it's like, well, yeah, the radio is live here at AM 570 LA Sports. It's kind of an advantage. How are you ahead of me on this TNT feed? I don't get it. First of all, why are you watching TNT instead of FanDuel TV with Brian Seaman? So I am releasing spoilers constantly in the thread that I have on Twitter for every game at Follow Adam A. And I hear the call from Carlo, a great one. And then I see the play, and I am just floored at the three-pointer Kawhi hit to put him up 3 at, I believe, 55-52. Yes. To end the second quarter. They won by 3. That shot is everything in a game this close. And it's over like a triple team. AG was there, Christian Brown. Kawhi is at his best. He's one of the greatest players ever. He's the way people are going to look at his legacy because of all the time missed and the injuries, and he doesn't have all the counting stats and points in his career and all this stuff. But what you're going to say is this guy at his best is one of the greatest players ever, not just top 75. This guy at his best when he's right. Coming into these playoffs, the last 50 playoff games, Kawhi has been averaging 30 on like 50, 38, 85 shooting splits, insane efficiency. He's an all-time playoff performer and riser. But the way he rose up for that three-pointer at the end of the first half was just, you look how consequential that proved to be. Difference in the ball game. They win 105-102. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get to your phone calls. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570. Shout out Ben Simmons. I thought some people were criticizing his game 1 performance, and I was like, no, I think he did his job, actually. He fouled Jokic a few times. They won the minutes when they went small. They won him again tonight. What more do you want? He got a bucket, too. Put it up, Ben. 1 of 1. Norman Powell got it going in the 4th. Can that turn this series in the Clippers' favor? Norm off the snide. Look out. This Clippers team is different. Credit Coach Lou for sticking with him and everybody else said, no, take out Norm. Take out Norm. I'll admit it. At one point, I was like, yeah, you might have to take him out. This is what happens. You got to stick with your guys. That's for the ones who brought. Can they win this series? I've been asking the last couple of days if Norm doesn't have a big impact. Well, tonight he was huge in the 4th quarter. He was a part of why they won. Now, can he put it together for 4 quarters, and this Clippers team can really click in and start peaking? I'm Adam Osland. You're listening to Clippers Talk on AM 570 LA Sports.
Put it up, Ben! Yeah. What time?
We can go to 11 tonight.
We're going to 11 here. I'll stick with you guys till 12 on the YouTube side. We're with you. So we're with you on the YouTube side for another 2 hours. Yeah, it's Clippers Talk After Dark. You get a victory like that, it's the playoffs. I've done it for lesser games in the regular season. Of course, I'm going to stay up late now. I'm wired.
You see what happened to this Kings game?
T2 in rare form. No, what happened to the Kings?
They were up 4-0.
Oh, no! They lost?
No, they scored to go up 6-5 with like 26 seconds left after blowing the lead.
They won.
Yeah.
That's good for them. They need it. Oh. Is this your king? Yes, Kawhi is my king. Yes, he is. Yes. What's up, Tyler? I appreciate you, man. I'm here as long as you guys are here and you want to talk about it. And then, by the way, at 10:30, we'll do a show tomorrow morning with Lauren Rosen. Clippers Talk has got you covered. Wall to effing wall. Wall to the wall. Back it into a dome. I said 24 hours if they win the championship. I stand by that. Now, I think some people have died on like all-night LAN parties or whatever, but I'll risk it if they win the championship. Put it up, Adam. Put it up, Ben. Oh, by the way, Clavon's on hold.
Hey, let's go.
I might have to save Clavon for the after dark portion of the show. Clavon, are you good to stay on hold for another hour? Well, I could put you up, but no swearing.
This is your home for the playoffs.
Hold on, Clavon.
Take us with you on the iHeartRadio app.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but Kawhi's him. Kawhi Leonard, as Dime Dropper would say, dropped 39 on 19 shots, 15 of 19 shooting. I said earlier, they go on to win this series. Oh, yeah, I'm making 15 of 19 and putting it on a shirt. Maybe somebody else that's more artistic can figure that out. But Kawhi Leonard, the artistry in the jumper. Does he not remind you of Kobe and Mike? Come on now. I've been calling him MJ96 for a long time, while others were like, he's washed. He's Wizards, Jordan. Nope. You got fooled again. You started judging him too early, said he wasn't the same player. Guess what? I think it's proven now he's the exact same guy we saw last year when he set the all-time efficiency record. Every time he comes back, he just refines his game and gets more and more efficient. And he's doing all this while not being able to train the way he'd like to because he has to protect his right knee. Incredible performance, an all-timer. I don't know if I've seen in all my years of watching the NBA, it's a first-round series. I mean, whatever. They gas up Jordan's win in the first round over the Cavs every year. The shot. It's like, oh, they go on to win the championship that year? No. Oh, so why do we? It's different standards for different guys. I'm just saying, for a first-round series, this is an all-timer. Let's put it that way. For a first-round series, this is an all-timer. And it makes you believe in this team and that anything is possible. What do you have, Kawhi Leonard? Am I wrong? Let's ask Lenny in Inglewood. Lenny, first up here on Clippers Talk after a dramatic victory with Kawhi Leonard's fingerprints, and they're pretty big all over it.
My man, I appreciate it. I'm honored to be the first in one of the, I think that's one of the top 10 all-time non-finals performances I've seen, bro. You don't even understand. I have a group of friends from high school. We text frequently, and about 2 months ago, somebody in the text said, he lives in Milwaukee, said, Kawhi's washed up. Man, do you know how bad that hurt me to my heart? I was stunned. And every game since then, I've been just going at him, talking, Mr. Washed Up did this, Mr. And he hasn't responded to me yet. But I'm telling you something, man.
Oh, I'll be waiting. Keep those receipts. We know how we do it here.
Exactly.
Keep those receipts.
Exactly, man.
And make sure he keeps the apology as loud as the disrespect was.
Oh, he is, man, because you're right. Stephen A. the clown said the man should retire. You know, first of all, I don't want to go too far off the beaten path, but Kawhi's personal life has been tremendous. He's been through some stuff, man. If people don't know the situation with his dad, his sister, he had to be so focused just to get his game to the level to get to college and get to the pros.
Well, how dare Stephen A. tell someone else to retire? Like, what is
that? Thank you.
Who are you to say that?
The man's on an apology tour every week.
This is why, I mean, I might have to play some of that audio from Stephen A. over the years and the stuff he has said about Kawhi a little bit later, because you wanted to miss out on a performance like this? Like, no.
Thank you.
How about we let Kawhi make
where
these?
You stand, you're right.
Let the athlete make his own decisions about that.
Amen. And anybody who loves ball, like you said, we need this. We need you on that wall. We want you on that. This is what we need, man. Okay, they're talking about the NBA's washed up. Bull. That was phenomenal. Like you said, that was Tom Brady. That was Michael Jordan. That was vintage, man. That's going to go down. That was the performance of the year, as far as I'm concerned. That was phenomenal. I mean, the pressure that was on, and particularly the way you had to bounce back from 7 turnovers, man. I had my hands in my head for that last one when Murray knocked that ball out. But listen, getting to the game, you're right, bro. The fact that we got this far without Norm, and I think Norm Powell is charged. I think he finally got back online. He's activated. And
honestly,
that next game into
Lenny, that might be the biggest takeaway from this game. I wasn't worried about Kawhi. I knew he was capable of something like this. It's still impressive as hell. It's an all-timer. But this might be about, the sleeping giant might have woke up in Norman Powell.
Absolutely, he's activated, and then if we get Bogdanovich back online, and I'm with you, man. I don't understand all the Ben Simmons hate. I don't get it. The dude, first of all, there's no loss. He's playing for the vets minimum. He's playing his butt off. He's doing what he's supposed to do, and I mean, let this man ball, okay? And Van Gundy, man, I love that dude, man. Golly,
hey,
I mean, and Ty Lue, I mean, just it's the best story in sports right now, man. I don't care what anybody says. Right now, they're the best story.
Let me tell you, Jokic may have had 26, 12, and 10. It's below his season averages. And the amount of different coverages they threw his way in this game, it was absolutely 3D chess with the way they played Jokic. It was brilliant.
Absolutely.
It was Bobby Fischer.
Man, absolutely. I got a friend of mine who used to be with the Dallas Mavericks for years, and he said Jokic can't handle a Zubac. He's got the size. Zubac has finally got the footwork down. That push shot, so that spin move. That's why it's like, dude, I'm gonna say it last time, but who's the dude that got rid of the big dude in the middle of the season? The African guy, what's his name? They got rid of him. They traded him.
Mo Bamba?
Yeah, Mo Bamba has zero. That's why when I see a dude in the league that long, that big, and you've been there, you ain't got no footwork. I mean, because Zubac didn't have that. He worked at that. Zubac worked at that footwork, man, and it's all coming together so nicely for him, man. You just feel like your kid, like it's proud of these cats, and Kawhi coming back, and Powell coming back, and then they got rid of PG and what Harden has done to organize that team, be a leader. Like I said, just a great story, man. I'm really proud of them, and I'm just I think they can go. I think they can go all the way to the finals, bro. I don't give a damn. They got it. I don't care, and I'm rolling with them. Then keep up the good work, Adam. Let's go, baby.
I got you, Lenny. Good to hear from you. Just to be clear, Mo Bamba was born in Harlem, New York, but his family came over from the Ivory Coast, so he's American Ivorian, I believe is how you pronounce that. But Ivica Zubac, I don't know. Can I claim he outplayed Jokic in this game? Because I know there's a tweet that I put out last week that got a lot of bookmarks. I said, why can't Big Zoo outplay Jokic in a game or two in this series? Just a game. Give me a game. Why can't he? I've seen it before in the regular season. We know how good he is now. You guys tell me. Is that taking it too far? Wallace in Playa del Rey. Wallace, you're on Clippers Talk with Adam Austin. What's up, Wallace?
Oh, Adam, greatly appreciate you. I got to tell you, I followed the Clippers since the Sports Arena times. This is the best performance in a Clipper uniform I have ever seen.
Hold on. The only reason I say it isn't is because Kawhi's performance in Game 6 in that first round in a must-win game against Dallas, where I think he went 17-23, that was just slightly better. Come on, that's a must-win game.
That is true, but as far as me as a fan, and maybe it's me as a fan because the NBA is bringing me back a little bit. I mean, this with you and Jimmy and Brian, and it's bringing me back to the old Ralph Lawler years. And it's really, I'm so grateful that the team is playing at the level that they're playing, but it's bringing me back. And I think this is the premier matchup in the league, first round, and it's just so grateful for me to see. And even talking to you, even though I had to wait a little bit, but I'm grateful that I had to wait because it's bringing me back. I think it's bringing the NBA back to a lot of people. This is a wonderful series, just wonderful. But I'm not sure Kawhi can do that again. So
maybe not on that level.
No.
I don't know if he can go 15 and 19 again. But he can be efficient. He can still drop 30. And now you've given time for some of the other guys who weren't playing well to respond and pick it up. like Norman Powell.
Yeah. Well, we should have won the first game. Painful that we didn't win the first game. But I am just, oh my God, I'm so grateful. Just for every, God, I'm so grateful. Don't know if you guys are saying Norman's back, but I'm not seeing that just yet. And I think that
we're saying
team,
if the fourth quarter is an indicator, he may be back. He's going to have to prove it in game 3. But if Norm is back, now Denver has real issues.
Oh, Denver has real issues. At this level, really the coaching is the difference. And we clearly have better coaching, clearly. So I'm loving everything about what we do. And I think we win the series. I think we should certainly be up 2-0. But if we can bring it to Intuit, I think if the fans can bring it, I think we win.
Oh, they will.
We win in 6.
Hey.
I'm certainly bringing it.
They went 30-7 their last 37 games at Intuit Dome to end the season. It's a fortress. The home court advantage is real. The wall is real. I can't wait for Thursday night. Wallace, appreciate the phone call, my guy.
Thank you.
Be good. We got Bodie in South Dakota before we take a break. Bodie, how you feeling?
Oh my gosh, what a great game. That had me on the edge of my seat like the whole time. It was insane.
I'm with you.
And shout out the whole team. Kawhi Leonard, he was just on point. And, Ben Simmons and Dunn, shout out them too. Dunn on defense was crazy.
Oh my goodness. Dunn had some plays on defense that were so tremendous. I can't say it. Every game I watch with Chris Dunn, it just solidifies the fact that he might be one of the best perimeter defenders I've ever seen. He's incredible. He's everywhere. The way he had that steal on Jokic, and then Harden threw that terrible outlet pass. I got to call it what it was. And Jokic took it back. But Dunn, the steal he had, the rip, as I think Jokic was looking for Aaron Gordon on the right block, as he normally gets away with that pass all day long, and Dunn read it and snatched it. Incredible.
Yeah, and Coach Lou. I mean, he's getting a lot of, I think people are arguing about him, but he did an amazing job of analyzing Denver and the playoffs and what he could be doing better, and just came out with some amazing lineups today. And it was just great game to watch.
It was. Bodie, let's do it again on Thursday night, huh?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Bodie. Thanks for calling in. Freddie and La Habra before we break. Freddie. Ready, Freddie?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you feeling?
Hey, I'm doing great. You know what they need to do with first of all, thoughts and prayers out there for Petros Papadakis, who with his shingles. Let's all pray and hope Petros has a speedy recovery. Because what will we do without great sports talk and him clowning on Clipper fans? So, but Zubac, we need to extend him. I know he recently signed.
He's been extended.
We need to extend him again,
bro,
for the next 10 years.
He's got 3 years after this year. I get it. You want the lifetime contract.
Yes. You remember when Jerry Buss signed Magic Johnson to a $25 million contract over 25 years? I'm sure, Zubac's not 25 years, but at least the next 8 years, 10 years.
You want to give him the Otani to bring it to modern times?
Yeah, exactly. Just sign him. He's so valuable to this team. He's a big man who could do it all.
You know how many people even before this season still were non-believers in Ivica Zubac? It's crazy to me. Like, he was some lightning rod for Clipper Nation, where a lot of people still said, "Oh, you just can't hold on to the basketball." Like, he has been one of the most underrated centers for a while now. And yeah, the defense he plays individually against Jokic when they're not doubling, it's admirable. There aren't many guys that can guard Jokic better than Zoo.
I guarantee you, years from now, Jokic will say, like Larry Bird said, Michael Cooper guarded him the best. He's going to say Zubac guarded him the best in his career. I mean, he can. Zubac is actually a stronger version. Yes, he doesn't have the touch. He's not going to hit 3-pointers. We don't need him to do that. You have Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, to
and
be
other
fair,
players.
we don't know he can't do that yet. They've said we're not letting him do it yet. Give it
Well, they don't
time.
need to do it. But he does a great job. And I just want to thank you for all you do. The show is great. It's awesome. It's real. It's honest. You let people talk. And go Clippers.
I appreciate it, Freddie. Indeed. Go Clippers. We'll take a quick timeout. More Clippers talk. We got you covered here after the Clippers win in dramatic fashion. It was one of their best playoff wins ever in franchise history. 105-102. Kawhi Leonard, 39 points on 15 of 19 shooting. MJ96 was in the building at Ball Arena. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network and AM 570 LA Sports.
Oh, yes.
So one
Batum
more break
did hit
after
a
this.
no-dip three. What you say, Dale?
One more break after this.
Got you. Oh, yes. Batum did hit a no-dip three. Oh, yes. He did. I'm going to go through the end of this game once we get into Clippers talk after dark. But there were so many big plays. I'm oversimplifying talking about Kawhi like this, but let's be real. This was an all-time performance. He deserves all the love.
Hey, Clippers back. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
He is a generational player.
All right, Tate, thanks.
I don't want to say talent because he didn't come into the league with this bag. He earned it. He put in the work. There were just so many big plays. Oh, yeah, Aaron Gordon did miss a dunk.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, did that prove to be huge. I mean, that is – I tweeted out at that time, you have to win this game. He just missed a dunk. Look at the free throws missed by Denver. 14 of 22. They took 10 more free throws, but they missed 8. We're talking about Jokic missing 4 of those. Christian Brown missing. Michael Porter Jr. missed. And he had a huge shot. Russ hit freaking, 2 threes in the fourth quarter? If they had lost this game to Russ again, wait a second. Russ is, I gotta chill. I won't blow my voice out before game 3. Russ is out there hitting threes and Bogey and Norm are missing. I'm like, if they lose this game, yeah, I'm crying in the shower like Tobias Funke in Arrested Development.
Los Angeles, Clipper Nation. This is your home for the playoffs.
Oh, we feeling good now, Clipper Nation. People were talking about early in the ball game, what is this? I'm turning off the television. Why is Coach Lou going with this lineup? Why is he going small against Nikola Jokic? Oh, they won those minutes again. Clippers win 105-102. Kawhi Leonard, just a heroic performance, an ultimate bounce back type performance. One of the greatest performances I've seen in the playoffs, certainly in a first round series. I know the stakes get higher as you move along, but the stakes were pretty high in this game. You go down 0-2 to Denver, there's a 90% chance you're losing that series. Even with the Clippers 0-2 comeback luck that they've had. That was back in 2021. I don't want to rely on that right now. Clipper Chris calling in. Clipper Chris, you're on Clipper Stock with Adam Osland after a 3-point victory. Thanks to Kawhi Leonard dropping 39. Unbelievable. What's up, Chris?
Oh, yeah. Clippers win game 2, and we'll be ready for game 3 at the Intuit Dome, and I will be there.
I like that.
Yeah,
hey, you said, you got your playoff tickets ready.
I got 3 tickets. My cousin, my sister, and I will be there.
Well, good on you. It's going to be an insane environment, the first ever playoff game at Intuit Dome after one of the best victories the Clippers have ever had in the playoffs.
Yeah, and then I was going to remind you the last time we talked, I mentioned I looked towards the free throw shooting and the foul trouble. So we were 10 of 12, but the Nuggets, they missed 8 free throws, 4 of them by Jokic, and the fouls were 19 Clippers, and the Nuggets committed 14.
Yeah, the free throw disparity is huge, and Denver is going to be kicking their own ass for that. And because early in this game, they could have been up 15. They easily could have been up 15. I said it on Twitter in my thread. I was like, Denver's got to be feeling like they've missed an opportunity, not being up by more with how the Clippers were playing early on, with those 5 turnovers they had in the first quarter. Denver had 14 fast break points in the first quarter. They had 0 the final 3 quarters. That is an all-time unbelievable turnaround defensively. And it's because the Clippers started to take care of the basketball. When they had to, they finally started to take care of the basketball. They ended up with just 11 turnovers. And guess who had 20 turnovers tonight in game 2? Clippers had 20 turnovers in game 1 tonight. Denver had 20. Clippers only turned that into 21 points. It should be more. But you'll take it because they had 7 turnovers in the second quarter, and that's really when the game flipped. That second quarter by Denver, they blew it by turning the basketball over and over again and gave a 6-0 run up immediately to start the second. Anything else, Christopher?
Yeah, I found that T-shirt that I told you about from a long time ago, and I have the names right here. Okay, listen to these. Baron Davis, Tim Thomas, Mike Taylor, Contino Mobley, Jason Hart, Brian Skinner, DeAndre Jordan, Eric Gordon, Al Thornton, Steve Novak, Marcus Camby, Ricky Davis, Chris Kaman, and Paul Davis.
A lot of legends there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, that's just how long I've been following this team since 2001.
You got the Clippers street cred. You've been with them for a while. We ain't doubting you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. We'll see you at the game Thursday night. All right, Clipper Chris?
All right.
Be good. Ryan in Venice is calling in, I believe. Ryan, what's up? You're on Clippers Talk with Adam Austin, Ryan.
What's up, man? Just wanted to say I'm pumped for this win. Super stoked. I thought the turning point in the game was, there was a couple, but in the first quarter, they were down 31-21, and then the Clippers came right back and made it a tie game. And then Norman Powell, Jamal Murray hits a 3, and then we come back down and hit a 3 right back at them. So I think that shot right there might have turned Norman Powell around. I sense a big game 3 coming.
When they scrapped for a second there, with Norman Powell with the basketball on the right wing, and it was Jamal Murray getting a little hand checky with him, and there was some pushing and shoving and 3 technicals, and Chris Dunn got involved and Christian Brown as well. I wonder if we're going to look back and say maybe that was the turning point of this series. It'll be interesting because things got chippy. That was some bad blood. Just 2 games in, and these teams are already sick of playing each other. It's on now.
I love it. I love to see it. It's a fiery playoff series. It's going to be a good one. Every game, I feel like, is going to come down to the wire. But we've got right now the more clutch player in Kawhi, and I'm stoked, man.
All right, Ryan. Appreciate the phone call, my friend. We'll take our final time out here. Clippers win 105-102 on the back of Kawhi Leonard and a 39-point performance on just 19 shots. I'm still looking. This has to be historic. Somebody's going to have his true shooting or his effective field goal percentage. I'm looking at Justin Russo to see if he has something on that. But I know we got some Coach Lou post-game audio coming for you. And just know this. Teron Lue said, quote, "I thought Kawhi Leonard willed us to a win." He's not lying. More Clippers talk coming up next. 866-987-2570. You're listening to AM 570 LA Sports.
The U.S.
Judd, hold on.
Assemble the most vehicles in the U.S. Ford's commitment to America is not a coincidence.
Yeah, Judd and Burbank.
And Ford is showing everyone that commitment is more important than ever. Right.
Ford is offering employee
Chris
pricing
Dunn
on
came
all
shot out of a cannon. Like, he's looking for trouble. That's who he is. They call him Smoke for a reason. His nickname is Smoke. You got to expect that from Chris Dunn. That was, as I look through my log, this is, so it's third quarter, 68-66 game. Norman Murray get into it. Dunn comes over screaming. They eventually called 3 technicals, but 2 were on the Clippers, 1 on Denver, so they end up getting the technical free throw out of it. Murray would hit it.
So get to the Coachella Valley.
Great show, bright lights, and big winning. Spotlight 29.
Coachella's best bet.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that?
But right after that, Dunn broke up a pass from Murray, I believe. He broke up a pass. Murray got it back. He threw it away. Batum got it and gave it to Chris Dunn for a dunk in the open court. That was the next bucket by the Clippers after that little kerfluffle, that little dust up. But that felt good for Chris Dunn right there. Harden hit a huge 3, by the way, to put the Clippers up 6 after a DJ floater there in the third. And then Jokic went to the line and missed 2 free throws. He missed 2 free throws at the end of game 1. The Clippers couldn't capitalize. Tonight they took advantage of the mistakes and the miscues by Denver. But make no mistake, Denver's going to be saying, hey, we blew this game. Just like the Clippers said they blew game 1, Denver's going to say the same thing about this game in some ways. Now, Kawhi, nothing you can do but tip your cap, Denver, with that performance.
Welcome back into Clippers talk. After a dramatic, thrilling playoff victory this time. Hey, game 1 was a good game, unless you were a Clipper fan. Tonight, great game. If you're just an impartial observer, if you're a Clipper fan, you're ecstatic. You saw an all-time performance by your superstar in a Clippers uniform in Kawhi Leonard, who dropped 39 points on 15 of 19 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3. The game winner on the right elbow, falling away to put him up by 3. Then a steal. Clippers eventually got some misses on Denver. I still would like to see them foul in that situation. You're up by 3. Why let them get a shot off to tie it? I'm going to have to watch that again to see if anybody was close enough to foul. Nitpicking, yes, there's always things you can learn from. Clippers got out-rebounded big in this game, 50-32. It wasn't perfect, but Kawhi was pretty close to perfect. 866-987-2570, Judd in Burbank. Judd, first-time caller here on Clippers Talk, I believe. What's up, Judd?
I am a first-time caller. Thanks for having me. We're all looking for little moments that change series. How about Aaron Gordon's missed dunk? I felt at that point the ball finally went our way.
Here's the thing. I thought in game 1 when Jokic missed those free throws and he missed a gimme layup in game 1 too, I thought the basketball gods were screaming then. Clippers, please win this game. We're giving you everything you need.
There's so many little moments that can turn things, and I felt that a lot of the balls were bouncing to the Denver's hands, and Westbrook hitting threes. And when he missed that dunk tonight, I thought, man, this might be the moment. So I'm fired up on the team. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to Thursday, and I want to thank you for everything you do, man. We love it.
Oh, thanks, Judd. I appreciate that. As I'm watching the Kawhi eventual game winner on the right elbow again, it's such a tough shot. There's so few guys in NBA history that can do what Kawhi just did. Like, we're talking about less than 5, I would say. I'd have to really think through it. But I've been saying this for a while, and I'm definitely saying it again tonight. There aren't 10 players in NBA history I'd rather have in a 7-game series over Kawhi. He's just that special when the lights are brightest. CJ and Altadena. CJ, you're on Clippers Talk with Adam Osland.
Hey, what's going on, Adam? Listen, I got to make this call quick.
got to go to urgent care because all nails on 10 digits are chewed to the cuticle. This was a nail biter, like no joke. I know Kawhi did a master class, but I want to give it up to my boy Saint Nick, who brings Christmas early to Clippers Nation. We're talking 40% from the field, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. He really came through in the clutch, and we couldn't have won that game without him. And
he had a no dip 3, I believe, early in the fourth quarter to put them up by 7, and that was their largest lead of the ball game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now Jokic would answer with a 3 right afterwards, but that was a huge shot from Nico.
And so it's guys like Saint Nick that we really depend on.
When he got that nickname from me, Saint Nick, and yeah, I'm taking ownership. You know when he got that nickname? A Christmas Day game, or a game right around Christmas in 2020 against the Denver Nuggets when he hit a big 3-pointer late in the game in his first year with the Clippers.
So it's all coming back to circle.
Yes,
it's
sir.
A full circle.
Yes, sir.
So real quick question. All right. So I know Norm and Bogey are both struggling. Do you think in game 3 and 4, Lou should maybe do a switcheroo where Bogey starts and Norm comes off the bench? Only because, and just hear me out here, only because Kawhi is doing claw-like things right now. So I'm wondering if maybe Norm's getting a little choked out of touches, and maybe Norm could get back into his old self by coming off the bench. What do you think about that?
I don't think it's the worst idea. No, I think it's possible. I might just start Nico if I take Norm out of the starting lineup to get him more touches with the second unit. But the thing is, the way they stagger lineups, Kawhi starts the second quarter. So if you're trying to get Norm away from Kawhi to get him more touches because Kawhi's just on this heater, it's difficult. Yeah. It's complicated. But I hear what you're saying. I don't think it's crazy, and I appreciate the phone call, CJ.
Well, it's interesting that you bring up the whole Knicks thing starting, because it worked out for him and Derrick Jones Jr. when Derrick Jones came off the injury.
Yeah.
They both kind of flourished in productivity. So I'm just saying, if we go back home, try something a little different. That's all.
Well, they might first just see, can that fourth quarter from Norm, who...
Yeah, right. 7 points in 6 minutes.
Well, and who was on the floor with him when he hit those shots? Kawhi. So maybe you first see if they can play together and then go from there. Maybe give him one more start, see how it goes, and go from there.
Hey, but let's go Clippers. Let's go.
All right, CJ. Let's go Clips. I agree with you. Speaking of, Kawhi is only the 4th player in NBA history to score 39 or more points on 91% true shooting in a playoff game. I wonder if the other 3 are Damian Lillard against the Nuggets in 2021, Dirk Nowitzki against the Thunder in 2011. That was an incredible run. And Terry Porter against the Jazz in 1992. So when I say historic performance, that's not hyperbole. It's an all-time efficiency type of game from Kawhi. Tejas and Walnut. Tejas here on Clipper Stock with Adam Awesome.
What's up, Adam? Man, you said everything about Kawhi. Legendary performance. I think that the last shot, the game-winning shot that he made at the elbow, if he had to do again against Golden State over Draymond, he would have done something a little bit more similar. But I'm glad he did it today. Him in the mid-range is just a bucket.
That 3 he had also on Aaron Gordon the 4th, where he kind of snatched it back with that like in and out crossover move to make him think he was going to the hole. That was an insane shot. There's so many. We're talking about 15 of 19 on jumpers. It's incredible.
The 110 halftime.
Yeah, I think he had 1 layup. It was that dunk in transition in the first half off the long outlet from James Harden. I think that was it. Or was that third?
I think that was in the second quarter.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think second quarter too. Continue.
No, everyone's, I'm on board. I think Powell, Bogey, and even maybe DJ, if they hit some threes, and I think they will back at home, it will be good. And I think we'll get a more comfortable win. I like Harden, him still driving to the basket. I think that's good, getting his floaters. And then once he drives in and sprays, creates more opportunities. So all of that was good. What did you think about Russ leaving him open on the baseline? I do like that. I don't mind it, but maybe getting a little bit closer to him.
I don't like him hitting 2 more 3-pointers, I think, in the fourth quarter. He's got some confidence right now. If he sunk them with threes, I don't know what I would do. Back-to-back games? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I know. I just feel like the law of averages he's going to start missing, but I understand the game plan, and I'm okay with it. I think everything is going well, and you know what? At the end of the day, we get to host a playoff game at the Intuit Dome, and I'm so happy for Steve Ballmer because nobody deserves it more than him. That's all I got.
I'm with you, Tejas. Before we get out of here, 2 more calls, starting with Clay Vaughn from Michigan. Clay Vaughn, keep it clean, but you got 2 minutes here.
Done. Yeah. Woo! Ow! Yeah, let's get it. Hey, Adam. Yo, you remember Angels in the outfield?
They're always watching.
Hey, you remember Angels in the outfield, man?
Of course.
Look, we got Angels on the end zone, baby. Yeah. Come on now. Y'all was right. Hey, divine intervention. It's time. Just like you were saying how Jokic missed that layup last game. Hey, the basketball guy, them Angels is out there like, man, come on. Y'all got to do the rest, man. It's up to y'all to do the rest. And, we did it, man. This is the type of ability that we have as a team. Everybody is always looking at us. So we are making great games. Man, we was sitting there, look, I was helping my son write an essay on Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream speech, and I'm just sitting there going through it, looking at the game at the same time. I had to keep pausing. Boy, I was on the end of my seat, man. My socks was damn curled up.
Hey, Clay Vaughn, did you see what Ben did?
Man, hell yeah, I saw what Ben did. He put that shit up. You saw that? Huh?
I did, but I prefer if you just said he put it up.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I apologize. He put it up, Adam. And look, that's what we've been saying. That's what I'm telling you right now. I was looking at Locked On Clippers late last night, and you have some cats coming on there talking to Ben. They talking about, Ben is washed up. I was disappointed in Ben. I'm telling you right now, when that confidence comes, the more and more we win and his confidence builds, you're going to start seeing more shots like that. All right? You getting hit with a right now when it's cutting him in half. You saw the way he had that confidence and went up, he put it up. Boom! Boom! What I say in NBA Jam? Boom! Shakalaka. He put it up in the hoop and he was playing defense, making key passes. Man, they can say what they want to about Ben because the more everybody in this team's confidence increases, you're going to start seeing them put up different shots and we're going to have multiple threats. We already have multiple threats. I remember when Chris Dunn was having problems with the three-pointer, but he put in the work. You can see he was actually putting in the work, man. Did he miss a couple in the game? That's all right. But, it's about clutch. People are always looking at the quantity of shots that's being put up by a player and the efficiency. Man, it's about the clutch. We putting it in, and it's falling when it's needed, when it's necessary.
They were clutch tonight, Clay Vaughn. They were clutch. They out-dueled one of the clutchest teams and 2 of the clutchest playoff performers I have seen in Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Clay Vaughn, I'm going to put you on hold. I can get you back on, but we got to take a timeout. I love you. You know that. Before we get out of here, Jose and Southgate, final phone call tonight.
Adam, man, just real quick, 50 to 32 rebounds, and they had 10 more free throws, but we got the W. I'm ready for the series to come back into a dome. Me and the family are going to be in there. Role players play better at home. I know a storming is coming. We're going to be hearing the pow. We're going to hear the bogey for 3. Nico Batum's going to hit that batoir. What else was I going to say? I'm going to say one more thing. I'm just so excited. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Jose and Southgate finishing things off strong here, like Kawhi Leonard tonight with that right elbow jumper and then the steal on the other end, willing the Clippers to victory. I've seen this before. I've seen Kawhi before. He's just one of those guys that refuses to lose, and if he's on your side, magical things can happen. 39 points on 15 of 19 shooting and a 105-102 victory in Game 2. Game 3 coming up on Thursday, back at Intuit Dome. Oh, it's time to get comfortable in a playoff environment for the first time ever at the Dome. Before we get out of here, I do want to thank the Clippers organization, Ralph Lawler, Brian Seaman, Noah Eagle, Carlo Jimenez on the call. Big Brother Jake Warner, we'll see you on Thursday. Daniel West back here, a producer in the bank, the callers, the listeners, the chatters, the tweeters. I'm not going anywhere on the YouTube side. At Clippers Talk there. Done tonight on AM 570, but who knows? Maybe Rogan and Rodney will have me on tomorrow, maybe. I'm Adam Moslin. We'll talk to you later. I'm not going nowhere. I got you guys for the next hour. I got you for the next hour. But I am going to need to get some water here. Hang with me. My throat is getting wrecked. Kawhi's that good.
Clippers talk, baby.
KYSR HD2 Los Angeles, an iHeart radio station.
The LA Clippers won at Denver 105-102, 39 points for Kawhi Leonard. That first-round NBA playoff series is tied at a game apiece. The Nuggets committed 20 turnovers. Detroit is even at a game apiece after winning at New York 100-94, 33 points for Cade Cunningham. For the Pistons, their first playoff victory since 2008. The Atlanta Hawks fired general manager Landry Fields. In a late-night NHL playoff game, the LA Kings blew a 4-0 lead and still won 6-5 against Edmonton on a goal in the final minute. Overtime victories at home for both Dallas and Washington. Winnipeg beat St. Louis again 2-1. Seattle fired coach Dan Biles after one season.
What?
Philadelphia Eagles
What are they doing?
Center Cam Jordan.
What?
In baseball, the Mets won their 5th in a row. Cardinals lost their 5th straight. San Francisco beat Milwaukee 5-2. I'm Steve Sager.
Throws it out the window, finishes in the foul. Los Angeles, Clipper Nation. This is your home for the play.
I ain't going anywhere. Claybon's still on hold. Letty's still on hold. We can go to both of them. Those are two of my favorite callers ever. I gotta eat some good. I gotta eat something, guys. I'm sorry. It's Clippers Talk After Dark now. I can get real unprofessional like this. I can say, put that shit up, man. Put it up. Put that shit up.
Welcome in the beginning of another night of the Bang Maller Show. We are in the air every
I'm going to go through the recap of the game. I'm going to get to post-game audio from Kawhi, from Coach Lou. Historic performances deserve some late-night Clippers talk. And then tomorrow at 10:30, we're back here with Lauren Rosen. Eat that shit up.
begin anew this hour. Hanging out side by side.
I mean, the appropriate thing, I guess, would be getting some chicken nuggets. But that's kind of played out.
DollarShaveClub.com/draft. Use promo code DRAFT for 20% off your order of $20.
Ray Chill. You're going to get the channel flagged.
Don't bury the lead. Dude, my man, don't bury the lead. We're not going to bury the lead. Now, I don't expect anyone in. We're gonna pitch a shutout in Denver.
We
Oh yeah.
Somebody's saying with those red jerseys, thought I was watching the Chicago Bulls with the way Kawhi was playing. MJ 96 for real. I'm telling you. I've been telling you for 6 years. He moves like second three-peat MJ. Not first three-peat. Kawhi's never been that athletic. But second three-peat MJ, I think when he came back, he was the same age as Kawhi, 32 or 33. It is remarkable watching. Yeah, I can eat. It's Clippers Talk After Dark now. Looks like Nuggets are back on the menu, boys. It's going to be a long series, guys. But the Clippers are in a great spot now. Winning game 2. If you could pick which game you'd rather get on the road in the first 2, you would take game 2 because now you're coming home with momentum. You would always take game 2. I know some people are going to be like, we could have won game 1 and be up 2-0. If they had won game 1, it changes how the Nuggets play in game 2. It's butterfly effect stuff. I don't like going there. Just like when people add on like a point earlier in the game and see that this one is the game. I only do that on nights like tonight where Kawhi hit that crazy bleeping 3 where he lost the ball at first at the end of the first half. Where's Stephen A. Smith at? Come outside! Telling Kawhi Leonard to retire. I'm just seeing the highlights right now. Man, maybe Norm. Norm can cook Jamal Murray. Here's the thing. If Norm starts to get it going now, guys, and Jamal Murray's on him, that's barbecue chicken. If Norm is hitting his shot and Jamal Murray is going to be guarding him, which could definitely happen, Norm should destroy that. He should. Without a doubt. Norm should be able to take advantage of that. And by the way, Norm had a big assist to Ivica Zubac on that and one at the 3-minute mark I forgot about. He would miss the free throw. Then Kawhi had to turn around on the left elbow on Aaron Gordon. Oh, it's so pretty. That Jamal Murray three-pointer was upsetting. It looked like Dunn and Ivica Zubac weren't quite on the same page. Maybe he thought Ivica Zubac was going to hedge there and step up. Then Norm hits that 3 with 1:32 left over Nikola Jokic. Let's go! I'm telling you, that shot is going to turn things around for him. But Kawhi, oh, it's so pretty. Right elbow. I got to watch this final possession again. Okay, I think James Harden was going to try to foul Christian Brown, but he slipped to the floor. But Kawhi should have fouled Jokic when he got the rebound. All right, I'm not trying to hate. It's an all-time performance, but my God, you're up by 3. Jokic had to get the rebound, walk it out to the three-point line, turn around. You could just foul him, and the game's over. I know it's hard in the moment, but these are things that late game strategy, you should never let a team get up a three-pointer like that. I think Harden was trying to foul Christian Brown, but he slipped to the floor. Don't even give them a chance. Don't give Jokic a chance to tie the game. That's wild. I don't like seeing that, but it's all good. It's all good. Jamal lifting Norm unnecessarily, and the refs calling 2 techs on the Clippers, but none on Jamal. I'm over it. Somebody's explained to Jonathan Ng that Norman's won a ring, right? And Harden is not. Many teams have played Harden in final minutes and never won a chip. If your point is that, like, Norm is a better player, more necessary than James Harden, we need to slow our roll here. But Norm is somebody that if he starts to feel it, he can go scorched earth. Like, he will light you up. Just look at the 22-point fourth quarter he had in Denver, the second game of the regular season, when Mike Malone afterwards was like, he kicked our ass. When Norm starts to heat up, look the F out. Thank God Coach Lou stuck with him, right? Y'all going to give Coach Lou credit for sticking with Norm? They don't win the game without him. Norman Powell in that three-pointer with a minute 30 left. Wow. What a shot. I want to start things off here. We'll get to post-game audio from Kawhi and Coach Lou, and maybe I'll get to another granola bar at some point. I'm eating clean. Granola's clean, right? That's how it works. But I want to start with the game recap for you guys, and we'll get back to your phone calls. Clavon and Lenny are on hold. Hey, Lenny, if you hold on for a little bit longer, I'll get back to you.
Like 3 minutes.
Clavon, I'll get back to you. Hold on, okay? Oh, I don't know if they're listening. It sounded like Clavon had his kid yelling at him. Okay, he went to you because he'd been on hold for so long, but I wanted to finish the show with him. And we'll get back to him if he's going to hang on. And we'll hear from Kawhi. We'll hear from Coach Lou. But I want to start with a little bit of a game recap here, guys, because this was an all-timer. This is the playoffs. This is playoff basketball. This was special. This was thrilling, incredibly dramatic. And I noticed right away in the first quarter, first of all, Zoo got their first points just like he did in game one. But Michael Porter Jr. hit a three right away. And I said, uh-oh. Remember, he only had 3 points last game, I believe. And there was all this talk of MPJ, and if he doesn't guard, he's not going to play in this series for David Adelman. This was a big storyline. He had to produce. He's been under pressure. He had a good game. He hit some big shots. He got upset at one point when he got pulled and taken out of the game later on. He'll let you know. He's, I don't want to say has attitude issues, but he can wear his heart on his sleeve. Is that the kinder way to euphemize this? Kawhi was on Aaron Gordon to start, and I think he played more minutes on Aaron Gordon than he did game one, and Harden was on Michael Porter Jr. to start. Cross matchups happen. Guys switch all the time. But I think they wanted Kawhi and Aaron Gordon more, somebody bigger, more physical. Norm started 0 for 5 in this game. MPJ also got a dunk that made it 8-7 Nuggets after a Harden turnover. He had a couple of bad turnovers. The Clippers overall had bad turnovers in that first quarter. They were rough. Like, they looked sloppy with the basketball. Somebody just clipped a moment that just happened. Do you guys want to see it? They sent it to me. So pretty. That elbow on Aaron Gordon. Oh, it's so pretty. That elbow on Aaron Gordon. Oh, it's so pretty. That elbow on Aaron Gordon. Oh. Look, I believe you should be able to admire beautiful things. And that Kawhi shot was a beautiful thing. That's all I'm saying. Why am I not on the screen anymore? Video? No. There's some new options here. Why am I on the small screen? There we go. It took away my background, but does that work? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Did I just get lost in the Matrix? What just happened? Somebody sent me that clip. Oh, it's so pretty. Ex-Mongo Project put that together. So back to the first quarter. Michael Porter Jr. has a quick 5 points. I'm fairly alarmed here. I didn't like seeing that. Murray hits a three-pointer. After Norm missed a reverse layup, he wanted a foul. Turnover Clippers. Dunn would hit a three-pointer, make it 11-10. That was his only three-pointer they made in the ball game. I think he was 1 for 4. It's all right. Dunn did his thing defensively. Aaron Gordon, 3. They're hitting from 3, and we're missing. Norm missed a wide-open 3 early on. But Norm then got a steal battling for a basketball with Aaron Gordon. The problem was, instead of Norm going strong to the hoop and dunking it, he let Jamal Murray get a hand on it as he's going down the right side, and it turns into a jump ball. That's when I knew, all right, Norm's in his own head too much. Like, yam that. Go up strong. And that was the impetus, I think, for him and Jamal Murray starting to get into it a little bit. Believe that. Big Ben Simmons comes in for Zubac at the 6:20 mark. And everybody's freaking out. Like, why are they doing this? They're going small. Kawhi gets an and one going at Murray. Murray scoop layup. Harden misses a 3. Dunn rebound. Harden misses another 3. They went 12 minutes from around the 7-minute mark of the first quarter till the 7-minute mark of the second quarter without hitting a three-pointer, the Clippers. It was brutal. MPJ layup. Uh-oh. He's got 7 points already. But then Big Ben Simmons. Put that shit up, Ben. He got a layup on the other end, as Claiborne would say. Not me. That was big. Why can't I get my background anymore? Oh, I think I know why. No?
All right.
No?
Thursday.
See
you then.
Good stuff. I will be at the game, but yeah, we'll talk Thursday.
Sounds good.
Daniel West is leaving, guys. Producer
ya.
Daniel. Say it.
What's up?
Say it.
What?
Daniel's a good Christian. He ain't saying that. I'll try to get him to say, put that shit up, Ben. Put it up. Put it up. So Ben's only bucket did come in the first quarter. It's all good. We will take it. He went strong. That's all you want to see. But then Michael Porter Jr. gets another point. Put back on an offensive rebound. Clippers are down 22-17. Kawhi, midi over Gordon. Kawhi again on Jokic. Just nasty jumpers. He is keeping them in the ball game. Harden hadn't scored yet. Norm definitely hadn't scored yet. It's Kawhi and Big Zoo earlier. But the Clippers went +1 in the Ben Simmons minutes with the starters. They did. Believe it or not. It worked. Against Jokic, they went +1 with Ben Simmons with the starters in the first quarter. Then Bogey, Batum, Harden, Simmons, and DJ were out there to end the first quarter. And things didn't go great. There were some bad turnovers. Bogey airballed his first three-pointer. The Clippers got caught sleeping on an inbounds pass where Braun went to the basket, missed it, but Russ had the putback. Bogey had an offensive foul on Jamal Murray. He was just completely out of sorts still in this game, Bogdanović, although he would get a big steal on Russ. The Clippers, after the first quarter, are down 31-25. Norm is 0 for 5. Harden is 1 for 5. Bogey and DJ are 0 for 2. They went 2 of 10 from 3 in the first quarter. But Kawhi went 5 for 5, and Zubac went 3 for 3. If they weren't that efficient and perfect, the Clippers easily are down 10. At least DJ had a pass into the post to Ivica Zubac at the end of the first quarter. That was awful. Luckily, Russ would miss a layup on the other end. Now I'm going to turn around to the other side so we can get some audio and we can get back to phone calls. Now it's on. Now we're getting in our bag. Clippers Talk is about to be fully operational once again. For those that hang on and stay here, you will be rewarded. Lots of Ben Simmons sound bites coming your way, and you'll hear more from Clay Vaughn. But I do want to get to the game recap because I want to remember everything that happened in this game. It's an all-timer. You're never going to forget this. Where were you when Kawhi went 15 of 19 from the field and willed the Clippers to victory? The only playoff game better from Kawhi in a Clippers uniform was Game 6 in a must-win situation in Dallas in 2021. All right, chat. How do I sound now? Squeaky clean? Beautiful? Yes? No? Maybe? So? Oh, ooh. I got the highlights around now, too. Ooh. Let's hear a Kawhi bucket in the first quarter. Shall we?
Clippers down by 3 with the ball. Leonard, who's been on fire early, looking for another bucket. Drives, pulls up, another mid-range shot, another make! Kawhi Leonard can't miss. Clippers within 1.
Oh, it's on now. Oh, it's on now. I got everything at my disposal. I got to pull up our usual sound bites, though, too, here. Oh, we're going till at least midnight. Night like this, we got to take things up a notch. Got to. Kawhi's like water, and the Clippers are about to start riding the waves. I like that. Second quarter recap momentarily. I got that for you. And I think I can do it with highlights now, too. Because James Harden had a really good second quarter. When it was just Kawhi out there doing everything. What the hell is this? No, I don't. I actually don't want to rock. I don't want to rock. Not like that. Oh, you guys didn't hear it. It wasn't in the mix. Lucky you. I don't know. Some station hit their break and, I just start pushing buttons and try to turn it off. Oh, Nikola Flopic. Was that the new name? Man, that fifth foul on Ivica Zubac was so weak late in the fourth quarter. That was a terrible call. All right, wait till the fourth quarter yet. Second quarter. Remember, Clippers are down 6. It's Kawhi, Batum, Bogey, DJ, and Big Zoo in there. Remember, Jokic is off the floor to start the second quarter. This was one of the adjustments from Coach Lou. He wanted to get Zubac minutes when Jokic was off the floor. There weren't any of those minutes in game 1. People are saying, oh, there weren't any adjustments. Please, there were. Those guys are going up against Pickett, Jamal Murray, DeAndre Jordan, who's out there to try to slow down Zubac, MPJ, and Watson. Zoo gets a tip in after a couple of misses. Clippers are now down 4. Kawhi had a turnover where he dribbled the ball off of his foot. And I'm sitting there going, are these turnovers going to stop after what we saw in the first quarter? They were miserable. That's how they got 14 fast break points. The Clippers had 5 turnovers. Denver had 4, but things are about to flip in the Clippers' favor. Not quite yet. Kawhi, left elbow jumper now here in the second quarter. I've got the...
With Watson on him, Denver's best defender. Leonard steps back, crosses left hand, attacks Watson. Left elbow jumper, swirls around and down. Kawhi Leonard can do no wrong. And the Clippers within 2, 31-29. Leonard's got 14.
And he was 6 for 6 at that point.
Batum would miss a three. The Clippers now are 2 of 12 from the outside. They're missing threes. They're turning the basketball over. But here's when things started to change. Murray had a turnover as Batum got this great deflection, and it led to a DJ layup. And now it's 31-all.
Denver into the front court. Murray's pass in the paint, deflected and stolen. Batum the takeaway. Clippers have 2-on-1. Here comes Derek, left-handed layup over the lip of the rim and in. A timeout, David Adelman and Denver. 8-0 Clipper run going back to the first quarter. Denver 3 straight turnovers. And the Clippers defense tightening their bolts here in the second. 31-all.
Denver would have 7 turnovers in the second quarter. Now, there was a great ATO that got Michael Porter Jr. a three-pointer coming out of that timeout from David Adelman. It worries me. It was a beautiful ATO they had. Kawhi misses a shot. His first miss after making his first 6. It's a three-pointer. Now we have a Batum three-pointer that was the first made three in almost 12 minutes for the Clippers.
Bogey on the left wing, double team, gives it up to Batum, straight away, catches and fires the three, rattles it in. Nico Batum buries the three, nearly 12 minutes of game action later, and the Clippers back within 3, 37-34.
Ooh, I like this recap with all the highlights I have at my disposal. It's fucking on now. It's Clippers Talk After Dark. Let's go. The Clippers bring back their starters at the 7:19 mark. The starters are out for both teams. The Clippers ended up winning the non-Jokic minutes by 3. They went +3. Zoo gets fouled, goes to the line. Clippers get it to within 1. Gordon gets a dunk on the other end. He would not miss this one. Jokic got fouled by Dunn, who couldn't believe it. It was another foul call he sold. I know it's getting frustrating with the flopping going on from Nikola Jokic. It is. Now we're seeing the Denver Nuggets starting to get some offensive rebounds. This is annoying. Murray misses a 3. Offensive rebound. Christian Brown. Russ hits a 3. One of his 3 three-pointers, the only one he didn't hit in the fourth quarter. Then he got a steal on Ivica Zubac on a turnover. Thought there was a foul. Russ missed a long 2. Harden got a great block on a scoop layup by Jamal Murray. And Norman Powell hits a three-pointer. This is a big shot.
Into traffic, left-handed dribble, skips left block, Harden the block off the backboard. It finds the hands of Chris Dunn. But this game playing much faster today. Powell, right wing 3, ring it up. Norman Powell with his first make, and it's a 3-point game, 42-39.
I think he started 0 for 5. He needed that one. Russ throws up an air ball then, and Aaron Gordon's in the right place at the right time, gets the putback and one finish. Are you kidding me? But then Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi straight away, back and forth on the dribble, sees a double right away. Gordon now switches out to him, finds Norman Powell left wing. Westbrook guarding Norm with 7 to shoot. Gets around a screen from Zubac, drives baseline, finds Leonard straight away. 2 on the shot clock. Leonard right elbow jumper. Connects. Oh, Kawhi Leonard. Tough shot after tough shot. He makes it look easy.
The Clippers then strip with some great defense. That is the underrated part of this game on Nikola Jokic. All the different wrinkles they had to their defense led to a play like this.
3:40 to go in the first half. Jokic, triple team, Dunn bats it to James Harden. Clippers on the run. 5th turnover for Denver in the corner. Harden right wing 3, ring it up from downtown. And the Clippers within 1, 45-44 Denver. Harden with his first 3 of the ball game.
Now we get the Clippers running a little bit.
Gordon left wing. The response 3 is short. Chris Dunn the rebound off the hop. Clippers can take the lead. Full court pass. Harden to Kawhi. Packs it with a right hand. And the Clippers lead 46-45. Leonard's got 18 on 8 for 9 from the field.
Norman Powell, after a timeout as the Clippers took the lead there, would get fouled. Went to the line. And I thought, is this the moment? Is Norman Powell going to find his groove just seeing a couple go through the rim? No, he was 1 of 2. But Michael Porter Jr. just missed a three-pointer, and David Adelman took him out, and he was not happy, even though he's coming out of the game for, I think, Jamal Murray. So that's something to monitor there. But the Clippers now lead 47-45. Russ, reverse layup off a Jokic pass. Harden 3 over Jamal Murray. Clippers are up 50-47. Jokic hits a 3. Tie game at 50. Harden gets a floater to go to beat the shot clock. That was a big bucket in the second. Murray long 2. It's 52 all, just bucket for bucket, band for band. Harden takes a heat check 3 from 30 feet out straight away. Can't get it to go. But to end the half, Clippers with the basketball. Time running out.
Jokic will try the 3. In and out. Chris Dunn has the miss. 5 seconds left. Shot clock is up. Clippers can take a lead. Leonard right wing with 2. Rises for 3. Rips the cords. Kawhi Leonard, 21 in the opening half, and the Clippers lead 55-52. What a shot from the claw. He had 22 in an overtime game on Friday, and on Monday night, Leonard is lethal in the opening half.
Kind of a big deal. It put him up by 3 heading into the half at 55-52. And after just having a couple of turnovers in the first quarter, Denver had 7 in the second quarter. The Clippers' defense was really starting to set in. They were swarming. They were disruptive out there. Third quarter starts. Norm misses a step back over Jamal Murray. I thought, oh, God, it's in his head. He can't hit anything. It was such a good look. And now Jokic and Gordon are running pick and roll, and Aaron Gordon gets an easy dunk. At this point, Aaron Gordon goes through Norman Powell for an easy one, and I'm like, it might be time to get Nico Batum in. It might be time. He's too big. He's too physical. He got Norman Powell in the switch and just went right through him. And it's too close of a ball game, and now the Clippers are down by 1. Kawhi gets fouled on a reverse layup. That would have been insane if he got it to go. Puts the Clippers back up 1 at 57-56. Trying to pick out the plays that were most consequential here in the third. Kawhi gets a jumper over Murray to get to 25 points. Now the Clippers are up by 1.
Clippers with the ball. Leonard rises, right elbow jumper, and he gets it over the top of Jamal Murray. Kawhi Leonard, 25 points. Clippers up 64-63.
Jokic has an offensive foul that was drawn by Ivica Zubac, and there were back-to-back turnovers by him in the third quarter. I thought that was a big part of the ball game. Norm has a turnover driving on Murray. I'm just like, is Norm going to be able to figure this out? This turnover was brutal. It just looked like he can't get in the game. Kawhi Leonard, very much in the game. This jumper over Jokic was nasty.
Denver by 1, 65-64, and the Nuggets drop back into a 2-3 zone as the Clippers have it in the front court. Leonard, left corner, pump fakes, Jokic bites, Kawhi dribbles with the left hand in no hurry, 5 to shoot. Leonard on the baseline will rise and jump and hit. Oh my goodness, Kawhi Leonard, 27 points, and the Clippers lead 66-65.
You got one guy hotter than the center of the sun, and meanwhile, Norman Powell is shooting like he's on Hoth. He missed a jumper over Aaron Gordon after this. Timeout. Okay, that was a little bit earlier. I'm emphasizing the misses by Norm because he turns it around eventually. And he would get a floater to go here.
The 1-point lead. Dunn, right-handed dribble, takes it into the teeth of the defense, kicks it hard and straight away. Christian Brown, the closeout, halfway home here in the third. Clippers up by a singleton. Zubac, left elbow, working on Michael Porter Jr., screaming for some help. Feeds it Norman Powell. Norm floater over the top of Jokic and down for 2.
Thank you, Jesus.
68-65. Clippers by 3, 5:40 to play in the third. Norm's second make.
He needed that one. Jokic gets fouled on the other end. He goes 1 for 2. Sign of things to come. He's been missing free throws the last 2 games. Ben and Batum come in for Kawhi and Zoo. It's 68-66, and that's when Norm and Jamal Murray get into it on the right wing. Chris Dunn comes in screaming, shouting. He's pushing Christian Brown. There's 3 technicals given to Norm, Christian Brown, and Chris Dunn, which means 2 of them cancel out. The extra one goes against the Clippers, so they end up with a technical free throw. Jamal Murray hits it 68-67. Clippers up by 1. But Dunn got a little bit of revenge here.
Jokic setting a screen. Murray takes it going right. Switched on by Harden. Eyes underneath. Dunn breaks up the pass by Murray. Harden tries to tap it to Dunn. Murray gets it back. Throws a wild pass looking for Westbrook. Broken up by Batum. Dunn ahead of the pack. 2-handed dunk. The Clippers should have had 2 steals on 1 play. They got 1 and finally able to turn it into offense on the Chris Dunn dunk.
Here were a couple of interesting plays. First of all, Harden hit a huge 3-pointer to put them up by 6. In a game this tight, being up by 6, it felt consequential.
Sees a soft double team, looking into the right corner as he drifts. Tries a right wing 3, hands a right wing 3. Harden a big time shot, and the Clippers have their largest lead, 75-69.
That's their largest lead at that point, just being up by 6. But during this sequence, Christian Brown had multiple offensive fouls called on him. That was big, just to have a couple more turnovers there. And maybe it made him a little bit hesitant on the offensive side. I felt like Christian Brown didn't do much at all. Yeah, he was 2 of 7 with just 5 points. He didn't have it. It happens. Bogey also had an offensive foul a little bit after that. But how about the no-dip 3 from Nico?
Flips up by 4. Harden on the right wing. 65 seconds to go. Harden throws it up. Zubac can't catch, left block. Harden has the ricochet. Clippers with an extra opportunity. 10 seconds to shoot. James double team over the shoulder to Zoo. Met by Watson, far block. Skip it left corner. Batum, no dip 3. Bullseye! Nico knocks it down. And the Clippers go up by 7. Their largest lead, 78-71.
St. Nick. Clippers up 7. Of course, Jokic answers right after that with a 3-pointer. This was tough. Jokic also gets his own miss after it and gets a tip in, and it's a 5-0 run by Nikola Jokic to end the 3rd quarter. What was a 7-point lead is down to a 2-point lead leading into the 4th. It wasn't going to be easy. Clippers are up 78-76 to start the 4th quarter. Now, starting the 4th, Kawhi, Bogey, Batum, DJ, and Big Zoo. I like that lineup. Unfortunately, Jokic hit a 3 to start the 4th. So now Jokic is on an 8-0 run by himself. Zoo gets fouled, hits both. Clippers are back up 80-79. Jokic has a turnover, looking for Peyton Watson, a pretty bad one. Things are getting chaotic. A Russ steal. But then a Bogey steal where he took it right back, and it ended with a DJ dunk. This was big.
Kawhi back into the ball game on the right wing. 11 for 12 from the field with 27 points. Finds the cutting Zoo. Backdoor Derrick Jones Jr. Broken up by Watson. Clippers turn it over right back. And then Westbrook lost the ball. Bogdanovich the steal. Derrick Jones Jr. the anvil. Bogey the takeaway on defense. And the Clippers up by 3, 82-79.
Bogey hasn't found a shot yet, but that was a big play. Sometimes role players play much better at home. I am hoping and praying for Bogey to find a shot. Clippers then, as Kawhi gets fouled on a wild layup where he was going for it, would have been a crazy circus shot. He gets fouled, hits both. They're up 84-81. Jokic misses a floater. Russ misses the putback. Thank goodness, because they still had far too many extra opportunities in this ball game with putbacks, with offensive rebounds. That stuff has got to be cleaned up, without a doubt. Guys, I'm celebrating the win, no doubt, but they had 15 offensive rebounds to the Clippers having 7. The Clippers got out-rebounded 50-32. Typically, you do not win games when that happens. The difference was they had 20 turnovers, the Clippers just 11. So the Clippers still ended up getting up 6 more shots. Part of that reason is because, well, the Denver Nuggets took 10 more free throws. So the turnover battle, and Kawhi, of course, won them the ball game. This was frustrating. Kawhi hits a crazy three-pointer on Aaron Gordon.
84-81. Clippers by 3. Jokic turns the corner. A bowling ball into traffic. Right-handed floater. No. Westbrook can't tap it in. Rebound Batum. Zoo and Westbrook at the floor. It's 4-on-4 the other way. Leonard looking for space. A step back 3. Yes! Kawhi!
When Kawhi is hitting step-back threes, it is all on.
Leonard looking for space. A step-back 3. Yes! Kawhi Leonard! 32 points and a timeout Denver. 87-81 Clippers. Leonard, lethal once again. 12 for 13 from the field. He is electric.
I think that was the one I was thinking of earlier with the little in-and-out dribble. He made Aaron Gordon think that he was driving, then he snatched it back and hit a step-back 3. Insane. Maybe he's been working with James Harden, someone on that. But Russell Westbrook hit a 3 right afterwards. I'm like, this is really happening again. Russ is going to hit all these 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. Kawhi misses a 3. Batum gets the rebound but misses. Jokic floater over a double team. 1-point game. Kawhi misses a jumper. Uh-oh. He started 12 for 13. Now he's missed 2 in a row. Are we going to be okay? Then there were multiple offensive rebounds again by the Denver Nuggets. Luckily, they weren't able to convert on that second chance opportunity. They still won second chance points 18-5, but they went just 7 of 14. Usually second chance shooting is better than that because you're right near the rim and it's something like 10 of 14. They went just 7 of 14. They missed some of those second chance opportunities or else the Clippers lose this game. Zoo hits a floater. Clippers up 3, 89-86. Russ, another 3-pointer. As James Harden, who came back in for Batum, was playing off of him because that's the game plan. Zoo misses a floater. Russ misses one, but the Clippers are down 90-89 at this point. Norm comes in for Bogey. Gets a floater right away. It's Norm, DJ, Kawhi, Harden, and Big Zoo. Otherwise known as their starting lineup, except DJ's in instead of Chris Dunn. The Clippers are up by 1 after the Norm floater. That was a huge, huge shot. Then Gordon misses a 3. Russ rebounds it to Murray, who misses. And MPJ gets the putback. Oh my God, I can't take it anymore. How many of these offensive rebounds are going to happen? Luckily, the Clippers have Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard would hit this 3.
Harden on the left wing. Lobs it for Zoo in the paint. Kicks it right corner. Leonard's all alone for 3, and he puts it in. Kawhi Leonard, 35 points for the Clippers, who lead 94-92. Kawhi has been Denver's nightmare here at Ball Arena.
I think that was Russ's man on that possession, or at least he was the closest guy. So they go from down 1 to up 2 at 94-92. Norm, another push shot. The Clippers are up 4. Jokic gets hacked, goes to the free throw line, misses the second. The Clippers are still up by 3. 96-93. Dunn misses a reverse layup. Jokic then turns it over. It goes to Dunn, who has this ridiculous steal. I think it was a pass. He was looking for Aaron Gordon on the right block, and typically that connection never misses. And Chris Dunn snatched it, intercepted it, playing free safety like Ed Reed, sniffed it out, knew it was coming, and got it. But James Harden then throws this awful outlet pass, and Jokic takes it right back, and Michael Porter Jr. hits a 3 to tie the game. I thought if they lost, that would be the sequence. I just couldn't believe it. It was such a stellar defensive play by Dunn, and Harden it was an unforced turnover, to say the least. It's 96 all. Norman Powell now misses one short. Jokic misses over Kawhi, but MPJ gets the rebound, fouls, and puts it back. He misses. No. It wasn't an and one. Excuse me. It's tied up at 96. Kawhi defended Jokic really well. He was short with it. Michael Porter Jr. got the rebound, and he was fouled on the putback. He went to the free throw line, and MPJ missed the second. So the Clippers are now up 90, or they're now down 97-96. They're down by 1. Then Norman Powell has a beautiful little under the basket wraparound pass to Ivica Zubac and 1, except he misses the free throw. The Clippers are up 98-97 at this point. That was a consequential miss. Maybe none bigger than this, though. Aaron Gordon would miss a dunk wide open as he tried to yam it with the right hand. Ball's in the hands of Kawhi Leonard again. Do we have that one? Where's that one? Wait a second. Daniel West, get back here. I'll find it for you. I got it. Don't worry. I mean, we're going to finish the highlights now, right? We got to. Got to do this right. The ball is back in the hands. The sure-handed one. In Kawhi Leonard. Where'd it go? Why can't... There we go. Yeah, this is money.
On 8 to shoot. Murray walks it across with 7. Left wing with 5. Double team there with 4. Gotta go. Throws it away into the hands of Brown to Gordon, and he missed the dunk. Out of bounds of the Clippers. Aaron Gordon might have been sped up by the shot clock, and the 2-time dunk contest runner-up, point blank range, just missed it. So now the Clippers with the ball. Up by 1, 2:40 to go. Leonard left wing. Right-handed dribble, gets around a screen from Dunn. Gordon chases him to the right elbow. Leonard turns the corner into the paint, looking for Zubac. Pass broken up. Leonard scoops it back up on the baseline with 8. Kawhi, can he do it himself? Left elbow jumper. Yes, he can. Kawhi Leonard, 37 points. Clippers lead 100-97.
Big shot. Jamal Murray unfortunately answered with a three-pointer where he was open. Seemed to be a miscue between Ivica Zubac and Chris Dunn on that play. Kawhi then misses on the other end. Norm gets the rebound. You should probably hear this one too.
Hand it to Leonard. 14 for 17 with 37 points. Kawhi, a masterpiece in Denver. Right wing, a prayer of a 3, hits the front of the rim. Rebound, Michael Porter Jr. He lost it, picked up by Norman Powell. Michael Porter Jr. is down on his backside. Clippers have numbers. Norm, the right wing 3 is in. Timeout, Denver. 103-100. Norman Powell has turned it on in the 4th, and Big Shot Powell with one of the biggest shots of the night.
That came with about a minute and a half left. Clippers are up by 3. Jokic goes to the line on such a weak call where he obviously is selling the contact, making it look like Ivica Zubac was holding him or hooking him. This was a frustrating one. Jokic does hit both this time. It's 103-102. Take it away, Kawhi.
So no Michael Porter Jr. for Denver. Denver has a foul to give. Clippers do not. Both teams with a timeout. Dunn to inbound on the near side. The lower ball on their feet. The upper ball starting to join them here at Ball Arena. Dunn looks for a friend in a red jersey. Got to get it in. Finds Leonard top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Kawhi on the right wing. Gordon the switch. It's going to be Kawhi trying to save the Clippers on the road. He'll drive. Right elbow jumper. Does it again. Leonard is lethal. 39 points, and the Clippers up 3. 105-102. Unbelievable stuff from the Claw.
Now, I believe Denver had a timeout and decided not to call it.
Unbelievable stuff from the Claw.
Here's the final possession.
Christian Brown to Jokic. Straight away, pump fakes and drives. Zubac with 5 fouls on him. Jokic kick it. Leonard the steal. He's doing it on both ends. 35 seconds left. Kawhi shovels to Harden. Clippers up by 3.
So they don't have to foul yet.
Make it awfully difficult for Denver. 13 seconds separate shot and game clock. 10 to shoot. Harden at the logo. In no hurry. Holds the ball in between the kneecaps. 6 to shoot. Sand filtering to the bottom of the hourglass. 4 to shoot. Harden down the left alley. 2 to shoot. The floater off the window. No. Christian Brown weak side rebound. Shot clock is off. Adelman will not use a timeout. Clippers by 3. 8 seconds left. Brown right wing 3 for the tie. Way too strong. Rebound Jokic. 3 seconds left. Left wing 3. No. Rebound Harden. The Clippers survive. The series even at 1. Behind an absolute masterclass from Kawhi Leonard. 39 points on 15 for 19 from the field. And the Clippers will head to Intuit for their first ever game at home in the playoffs with the series even at 1.
I thought that was a pretty decent recap, actually. I didn't know I'd have the highlights like this. Maybe I should do it more often this way. Clavon, are you still on hold? Clavon, you there? He is still there. I don't know if he's near his phone. I don't know if he fell asleep. Hey, Clavon. You know what? Wait a second. I think I found him.
Cause it's that eye of the tiger. Yeah, I don't know the rest of the words right now, but shit.
No. I think Clavon's still here in spirit.
Get out there, Ben, and put that shit up, dog. What is that? Hey, I'm on hold, man. My bad. Hey, yeah, I'm in there making a celebration. Quesadilla. Woo! I'm in there. I got the rice, the Spanish rice, and the beans and shit. Hey, man, look. I'm telling you, I'm re-looking at the game right now on FanDuel, man. Damn, that was such a good game, Adam. Damn, man, I'm telling you. Yo, and especially after the upset that happened with the Timberwolves and the Lakers, I was glad to see that. I ain't going to hold you up. I was like, yeah. Yo, but now we taking it back to L.A. Oh, it's really finna be lit in the end to it. Boy, I wish I could be there, man. I'm going to be there soon enough. But boys, look, man, I don't care if I'm there on the championship game because we going there. You see all that talent we got out there? That chemistry, cooperation, all right? And that confidence, man. We got it. And now that we actually putting it on display, everybody is forced to sit back and take a look at it, Adam. Everybody, look, man, that is the true essence of chemistry. A lot of the time when I see the OKC Thunder play, this is something you see they have that formula, that chemistry. That's what makes them so dangerous, man. It's kind of like we got a symbiotic connection out there. Everybody knows, look, when Bogey sold the ball, he came from Westbrook, he came back down, and look, that unselfish play, what'd he do? He passed it. Come on, dog. Come on, man. This is what we needed. Everybody on there understands the urgency to win, but at the same time, they move at their pace. So sometimes when we start out and we start falling behind by 10 points or 6 points, everybody start panicking. That's just how the Clippers play. You know what I'm saying? They start warming up and adjusting to changes on the floor. Look, I saw Jeff Van Gundy on the sidelines when they were playing defense right there by the sidelines. Who was that? I think it was I don't know if it was Powell or who it was. They were playing, and I saw Jeff Van Gundy talking, and he was getting in the stands. You got to get low. You got to get down just like this, damn it. He was all into look, man, this is one of the best games that I've seen in the playoffs in years, man. Not just because it's our team, you know what I'm saying, but it just has a whole new feel to it. We actually out there, look, we had the bad blood going between the two prime shooters in Powell and Murray. Like, yo, man, that's bad blood for real. Even though they was on some bullshit when Murray picked them up off the ground and shit and did all that. Like, look, come on, dog. You expect, Dunn was right there. Yeah, smoke. He was ready for all the smoke, boy. You better somebody better tell the Denver McNuggets, look, man, only you can prevent forest fires. You understand? They don't want that type of smoke. And we was out there like, man, look, everybody is playing well with each other and for each other. You can tell, like, yo, man, this right here is a different feeling. It's one of the best playoff games, like you said earlier,
that I've seen happen so far when it came to the LA Clippers, man, because now we're getting the understanding of something that we didn't have before, this unity we have. And I think, man, just alone having the Intuit Dome, I think that really fuels it, because we got our own stadium to go back to now. We ain't got to go back to this stadium and look up and see all these down. Lakers is yellow and this mustard yellow and this purple, passion purple. We don't have to see that now. We up there looking, man, we got our own stadium, and pretty soon, man, they going to start hanging up those jerseys. Because when we start getting those chips, man, it's going to change it forever. The whole balance in the city about to be thrown off. Because it ain't about what it was, it's about what it is, Adam, right? Because now we putting everybody on notice, and we can play any team. Because right now on the West, everybody is deadly. I'm not saying, of course, Boston is going to do their thing in Cleveland, but, man, West is so deadly right now, any team could win. And we found that out last week, man. And big ups to, I see what the Warriors was doing. Hey, man, I love it. I love seeing these competitive games. They doing good. I get that. Look, I'm going to give you your big ups when it's due. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jimmy Butler out there playing well.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying, with Steph Curry.
I don't give a damn about anybody but the Clippers right now. It's Clippers versus the world. But Clavon.
Hey, they ain't going to make it past that anyway, man. We're going to give them their flowers before they get put in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and give them their little flowers before we put their heads on up there and shit with the little daisy. Because guess what? We going all the way to the top. Look, the way they out there, and don't get me wrong, Bogey, he's off right now, but it's all right. There's no need for everybody, man. Everybody jumping to conclusions. Oh, Bogey messing up, man. Bogey. They provide in other ways. That's the difference about it. If they have an off-scoring night, they put in the extra effort. Look at Dunn. He chased down that steal when the ball got loose, and he got it back to, I think that was James Harden. And then James Harden put up that floater. Wow. Boom, shakalaka, man. That was beautiful. We was laying floaters up, man. It looked like, man, they was riding in there with some Cadillacs with the diamond in the back. We were floating, putting up these floaters like, man, look, this is old school basketball. I was just looking at a clip of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar playing Will Chamberlain. And, man, the way they were playing, it was, like, aggressive, but it was smooth. And this is what it looked like. So we out there, look, Jokic out there sweating. He got him up there locking arms and shit and doing all these little dirty tricks, you know what I'm saying? We getting under his, Zua and everybody is getting underneath his head. They getting underneath underneath his wig. And I told you, man, hey, it ain't angels in the outfield no more. Look, it's angels on the end zone, man. Angels in the end zone.
End zone? Angels on the block? Like angels on...
Oh, angels in the red zone.
Angels in the rim? Angels on the backboard?
Angels on the rim. Angels on the backboard. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. Look, we got the Angels out there with us, man. We out there playing. We got them missing all kind of shots. They actually look like they nervous playing around us. And to be honest, man, a lot of teams, they was waving it off whenever the Clippers won because everybody was saying, oh, they didn't beat them at their full potential. They didn't have everybody there. And it don't matter. Like I said before, we didn't have everybody there. And we have to figure it out for a long time. And now that we figured it out, we out there looking dynamic. I mean, honestly, looking at all the other playoff games, OKC and them and all of them, they're doing their thing, but it don't feel the same like this game right here. This game right here is just so evenly matched. These are the type of games that's making the NBA continue to stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of game that everybody is tuning in. I got friends tuning in. My homegirl, we were sitting there watching it, man. Like I said, I was sitting on the edge of my seat.
All right.
All I was missing is some popcorn or something, man. And I'm going to have that pop. What is that? They play again on Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Look, Adam.
All right, Clavon. Wait.
Hey, I appreciate
30,
you, Adam.
30 seconds.
Hey.
Close it out.
Hey, man. For all them haters that wanted to talk shit, this is how we do it. All right? You want to say something about Ben Simmons? Oh, man, shit. Ben put that shit up, and he going to keep putting that shit up, and it's going to be up. The Clippers is going to cut your ass in half. All right? We out here shooting three-pointers, and we got some real veterans, and we out here in California because we the real California team. West Side, baby. Clippers will cut your ass in half. Yeah.
Like a ship cuts through the water. That's what you mean, right? Nothing overly violent.
Like a ship cut through water. Woo! Let's get it. Clip in 6. Woo!
There goes Clayvon. I think I captured that.
In 6. Let's get it. Clip in 6. Woo! Let's get it. Clip in 6. Woo!
All right, I gotta hear the post-game audio starting with Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi, James was just in here and he was saying that you don't get the appreciation that you deserve for coming back time and time again from injuries. I know you don't particularly pay attention to what's said about you, but what does it mean to have teammates like him, teammates like everybody else in that locker room who do see the work that you put in every single day and appreciate it and are able to help you get back to have a game like you had tonight?
It was great. Like you said, anybody in the business, that's playing and, knows how hard it is to either come back from injury or just even playing in the NBA. They understand, what we all go through, what I go through. And, to see that from your peers and hear that from them is great. I told several people before, just thanks for, helping me through stuff in time, with injuries.
And after
Great question from Joey Lynn.
After game one, you mentioned that just the aggression was one of the things that stood out to you with the turnover issues that you had. Obviously, you came out really aggressive early in this game. How much of a point of emphasis was that, and how did you feel you were able to get to your spots and be aggressive?
I think I made shots tonight, shot a little bit more than I did last game, but it wasn't about that.
He only took 4 more shots. He took 15 last game. He took 19. But he hit 15. Last game, he took 15. This game, he hit 15 shots.
You know what I mean? Some of my turnovers last game were just being aggressive and, trying to save the ball or getting rebounds, getting pushed out of bounds. So
that's facts. You look at all his turnovers. You look at the box score, it says 7. You look at the game tape, it's like, oh, these are turnovers from being aggressive, and that's totally different.
The one that stuck out to me was this, obviously up 1 and getting it tipped off my hip, but it was just great defense by them. So I just wanted to come out and get a win.
Kawhi, when you're out there in a game like this,
my guy has one of the most historically efficient games in NBA history. He's just like, yeah, I just want to come out and get a win.
I think you made your first 6 shots, then you missed 1, then you made 6 more. I mean, were you aware that you were on that kind of a roll, being that efficient out there?
I'll just keep playing, try to stay in the zone, no matter if I'm missing or making shots. Trying to go to the next play, and that's it. Just focused on the next play and trying to win, get to my spot and shoot, just live with the outcome, whatever game it is, how good or bad it's going.
You know how crazy it is to have to almost be perfect and go 15 of 19 or else you lose. Like, it's one thing to do that in a game where you're up 20 and you're just smoking a team or something like that, and you're in a zone. He's in a zone in a tight game where it felt like, if he's not perfect, they're not winning. And he missed 4 shots total just for them to be able to win by 3.
Kawhi, you're right. How much you've got this wealth of playoff experience? Like, you've had good games, you've had bad games. Like, how much do you reach back into what you've done to help prepare you for the things that you need to do in the current?
It's always a different situation for me. Next game isn't going to be like no other game. You know what I mean? It's what's in front of me, and that's what I'm approaching. All I know is that I've been there before. I've been here, and like I always say, as long as you're playing hard and having fun, you can live with the outcome. Just leaving it all on the floor, and that's what I take pride in.
The fun guy. As long as you're playing hard and having fun.
Kawhi, how much energy does it take to play in these games? And I ask because late in that fourth quarter, after Norm hit the 3, they called a timeout, and you didn't move. Looked like you were, tired, but you still came out and hit the big shot. how much does it take for all of you guys just to put forth the effort like this?
It's difficult. Like I said, playing here, playing against this great team, they got great players, know their role. And, any NBA game is very hard to play, especially in the playoffs. It might look easy, by just watching us and seeing how skilled we are, but these games are hard to play. You got to play every possession, every minute.
Kawhi, physically, how good a shape do you feel in right now? Like, do you feel the best you felt in years, the best you felt in 5 years? Like, where are you in relation to what you've been in the past?
I'm not sure. I'm just happy that I'm able to move, and I'm coming out the game feeling well, and that's what I'm taking my pride on, is just being healthy. I sat and watched these playoff games and series the past 2 years, so me able to be front line out there, it just feels good for me, no matter which way the game goes. That's what I'm taking pride in. I just want to be out there and play and be front line with my team.
It's so cool. Kawhi just getting to play in playoff games again. He's not thinking about how he's feeling relative to what it's been like in the past, or he's just glad to play and do it at the highest level.
Kawhi, to go off that, as you look back at kind of the journey of these last few years through injury, are there aspects of your game that you feel like you have honed to be better than what you were before, injury? And do you take pride in that you're that version of this player, even through everything?
No, like I just said, it's a different day. I'm not going to play like I was before. I could be playing better. I could be playing worse. It doesn't matter. I'm just focused on it now. It's a different team in every situation and game. So I'm just taking what's in front of me and playing hard. And like I said, having fun and just living with the results.
My guy's living in the present like nobody else. It's wild.
Kawhi, Norm had struggled through a large part of the beginning of the series, but in the fourth quarter tonight, he hits 3 shots. 2 of them give you guys the lead. What do you think that can do for a player like him? And also, along those same lines, Bogey gets a steal, gives it to Derek. Like, guys who had been struggling through the first few games, coming up big in the fourth. What can that do for not just them, but you guys?
Great question, Justin Rousseau.
They've been through the season. They're NBA players. It's the same game. There's just a title on it now. NBA playoffs. That's it. Guys is playing harder.
Wow. I like the way he surmises that. It's the same game, just different title.
And that do for not just them, but you guys?
They've been through the season. They're NBA players. It's the same game. There's just a title on it now. NBA playoffs. That's it. Guys is playing harder. They've been through it. They had games where they missed shots early. They stuck with it. I think they'll be fine. Like he did. He came through late tonight, and if it's early or late, that's just how it is.
James Harden now, post game.
I think you had 3 turnovers in the first quarter, only 1 for the rest of the game. Like, how did you just navigate that part of the game, taking care of the ball and, facilitating this offense as it went along?
A great question from Law Murray here. Yeah, he was turning the ball over. He had some sloppy ones. His one that came after the first quarter was a really bad turnover on an outlet pass that Jokic took away after the Dunn steal. But, yeah, he got it under control overall.
Still got to be better. Like the turnovers that I got weren't like, that's all on me, especially that last one. I think
the Jokic one.
Go up 3, we get a big stop, and we had numbers. I tried to advance. It was the right play. I just got to complete the pass, and then it's a layup or a 3. So still got to be better in that sense. But overall, it's a good fight, man. It's a tough team, tough environment. You just stuck with it. So big time win for us.
James, this is your second year playing with Kawhi. What impressed you the most about him tonight?
You said what impressed me?
Tonight.
Shit, that's. I don't think I feel like he missed a shot. I feel like he missed a shot, man. His shot making ability is elite. And that's the aggressiveness that we need from him. I mean, no matter what's going on, no matter who's guarding him, he just got to his spot and raised up. So, it's, big time player. He played big time tonight.
James, what do you see from like he does so much behind the scenes trying to get ready for this time of year, trying to get his body right, and a lot of times we'll always ask about it, and we don't really understand everything he's doing other than he's working. Do you see some of what he does behind the scenes, all the hard work he puts in, and how would you describe what he does
every single day? Like it's the preparation, it's like the treatment, it's the strengthening, of his body, it's the correctives, and then it's the like going on court and putting it all together. And it's consistently every single day. And luck hasn't been on his side or whatever case you might call it, but he loves the hoop. Like, and as you see, like when he's on the court, he's a killer. So, I'm glad he's in a good space right now.
James, just wanted to follow up on. We asked you about the 5 fouls from game one. You said you figured it out. You only had one today, and you still had some of the same matches. You was on Aaron plenty. Like, how did you figure that out? How did you navigate that and still stay on the court for 38?
I usually don't just get 5 fouls, so I'm just not a hack. So it was just one of those games you had to navigate and figure out how to stay on the court, but still be aggressive and still be smart. So I don't know. I mean, tonight, had some shot opportunities, and Kawhi had it going. And so you just at that point you just sit back and you figure out how can you impact the game or whatnot. So it was a big time game, man. Like Norm made some big time shots in that fourth quarter. Zoo, Katie, some offensive rebounds. Like it was a team effort, and in the postseason it don't really matter, as long as you come away with the win. So we got a couple of days off and we're ready for the into it.
Look, James, Nikola had a triple-double, but you guys forced him into 7 turnovers. What did you guys do well to kind of maybe neutralize him a little bit as much as you can?
Tough cover, like extremely tough cover. He's very, very skilled. His passing ability, his scoring ability, and he put a big on him. I think Zoo did an unbelievable job, but he put a big on him. He steps back and shoots threes and, post up and his passing ability. So just try to make it difficult on him, man. Like we swarm him. We just try to be smart because obviously if you just run at him, he's going to pick you apart. So self-cover, I think, the last 2 games we did a pretty solid job, even though he had a triple-double. He's going to get his just because he's that good. But I think we did a really good job on him last 2 games. So we got to be even better for, the next, few games in order for us to be successful.
Like Jokic is probably going to have a 40-point game in this series. Just know that. Can they survive that type of game?
James, going back to Kawhi for a second, obviously he has the night that he did tonight, but you've been around him, for almost 2 years now. His career, the stop and start nature, all the things he's gone through. Do you think, and he keeps coming back, do you think he gets the appreciation from people for what he's endured and coming back from?
No, not even a little bit. It's always negative. It's always, what he's been through and what he's not able to do just because of something that he can't control. Like, but we don't appreciate how great he is when he's actually out there and putting on performances like this tonight. I feel like that about everybody that, it's in the league that goes through something that, that's out of their hands or they can't control. It's like, it's always the negative. It's always the hate that people want to talk about, which is something that we got to live with, I guess, in this world. But, as for me being closer to him, every single day and seeing the work that he puts in and you appreciate him.
James, you mentioned you guys are heading back to Intuit Dome. What's the level of excitement to play the first ever playoff game in that building, especially given that you guys were able to tie the series up and bring a 1-1 series back home?
I expect it to be rocking in there. I expect it to be, very, very loud and like it's always been all year and, us to go out there and put on a show. But like it's the playoffs, it's my 16th year being here. So you understand what you're up against. You understand that just because you're going back home, it's not going to be easy or it's not guaranteed to win. And, for us, playing against this very good Denver Nuggets team, it's just even kill. we lose last game. We didn't get too low. We win tonight. We didn't get too high. It's just, the series could have easily been, 0-2. We could have been down, or it could have been 2-0. We could have been up. You know what I mean? And we understand that. So going back home, it's it's another opportunity for us to win.
I like that. Don't just lean on, into a dome will save us. No, you're still playing Denver. Yeah, the crowd's going to be rocking. It can have a big effect, but you can't just rely on that. You're still playing a team this good. You got to make sure and come out with the same level of fight and hunger they had tonight.
Hey,
here's Coach Lou postgame.
Performance tonight. What did you think of all he gave you guys, especially after Norm hit the three? They called a timeout, and he looked gassed, but he still kept going.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Kawhi lives for, trying to get to this point where he's healthy for the playoffs. And we know if we got a healthy Kawhi, we can win any series. And that just shows you tonight, what he's capable of doing. I think the week layoff kind of hurt him a little bit, I think, for game one. I think, when he's off for a little bit, he has a slow start. But tonight, like I said, we needed every bit of it. We had some guys gut through a couple of things, a couple of knick-knack injuries. But, those guys.
That's something to monitor. Guys are getting through some knick-knack injuries.
When he's off for a little bit, he has a slow start. But tonight, like I said, we needed every bit of it. We had some guys gut through a couple of things, a couple of knick-knack injuries. But, those guys stayed and they played, they stayed with it. And I'm just, proud of our team. Just, get down big, to come back and fight. Couple calls didn't go our way, but we stayed with it. We stayed poised. And for me, it was just the mentality. Like I said, at halftime, what got us back in the game was the grit and the grind. It wasn't making shots. It wasn't just get your ass back in transition, guard the basketball, be physical, and everything else is going to take care of itself. And so, like I said, Norm hit some big shots down the stretch. Katie with a big offensive rebound. But like I said, just a total team effort, and that's who we got to be every night.
Speaking of Norm, he hit 3 shots in the fourth. He struggled throughout the entire series up until that point. Do you think this can be a turning point for him, where now he can kind of use it to propel himself for the rest of the series?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he has the mentality, if he misses a shot, he's not worried about the next. He's taking it, and that's just who he is. And he puts too much work in every single day, not to play well, not to shoot the ball well. And so when he wasn't shooting the ball well, he came up with two big stops, got a steal, I think. So just doing other things, if you're not going to score the basketball, if you're struggling to score, what else can you bring to the team? And that's our mentality. You got to bring something every night. And I thought Norm did that tonight, even though he didn't make shots early.
That's an old Doc Rivers philosophy. If what you do best isn't working, how else can you help the team?
Coach, Saturday you had 20 turnovers. They had 11. Tonight that was flipped. Just what changed for you?
We still have some bad turnovers, like some unforced turnovers. Like, we got to be better,
They could have had like 7 turnovers in this game.
We understand they're going to play different defenses, but to me, if we just take our time and execute the way we're capable of executing, we can get any shot we want, and we feel like that. And so, not getting bored with the process. Coach Adam has done a great job making adjustments. He's doing a really good job. And so it's going to be a back and forth, like you said, chess match. And so for first time coaching in the playoffs as the head coach, he's doing a really good job. And so, we just got to keep fighting, keep competing. We know we're dealing with the best player in the world right now. Just got to keep showing different coverage and keep going.
See, you were able to get Ben in there early first half, early second half. Yeah. How'd you like that particular adjustment? What did you feel like it did, not just for Ben, but especially for your team?
Oh, Coach Lou's got a smile on his face. I'm telling you, he's proud of this adjustment. I told you guys this was the move. Y'all, people coming in here earlier, you didn't make any move. Yes, he did.
Get Ben in there early first half, early second half. Yeah. How'd you like that particular adjustment? What did you feel like it did, not just for Ben, but especially for your team?
It was good for us.
He's got a little smirk on his face, a little coy, little wry smile. Like, Coach Lou, I'm telling you, I might have to retweet something I said earlier, because if I put it to this video, I knew it as soon as he did it at the 6-minute mark. I think it was. Let me see if I can find this lineup. I need to find it. I need it. I want to see what they ended up going in this game. What's today's date? Is it a weekday? Lebowski reference. If you know, you know. Let's see what we got here. No, yesterday was the 21st. Today's the 22nd, right? What day is it? It's Tuesday now? Is it Tuesday? No. Is it? What day is it? I'm losing it, guys. I'm legit like, yeah, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It was Monday. The Ben Simmons lineup. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Where can I find it? Where can I find it? I want to see if I got this right. Because Coach Lou has got a smile on his face. He's trying to hold it back. He's trying to hold it back. He knows he cooked with this. He knows he did. He did. Let's see. I got 2 different ones here, and they were both a positive. James Harden, Kawhi, Norman Powell, Ben Simmons, Chris Dunn in 3 minutes went +1. That was early second quarter. And then Nico, James Harden, Norman Powell, Ben Simmons, DJ to end the first quarter got 2 minutes. They went +3. One more, Nico, Harden, Powell, Ben Simmons, Chris Dunn. They went -1. Another one went -3 in 1 minute. Coach Lou thinks he's got something here. He thinks he's got something. He's cooking.
Just got to keep showing different coverage and keep going.
See, you were able to get Ben in there early first half, early second half. Yeah. How'd you like that particular adjustment? What did you feel like it did, not just for Ben, but especially for your team?
It was good for us. No, it was good for us. Like, we talked about it. I talked to Ben today, this morning, just told him what I was going to try to change up and try to force their hand. And it worked tonight. So we'll see going forward what happens.
Coach Lou doesn't make any adjustments. No. And Ben Simmons can't play in this series. No. I'm not so sure about that one, guys. I thought he looked good in game 1. I did. Coach Lou's cooking.
Ty, can you talk about just what it takes for Kawhi to get back in position to have a game like tonight? I mean, we all ask you every single game when he's out, when is he coming back? How's he doing? What's he able to do? And that, you can't say that much, but obviously he's doing a lot behind the scenes to be able to have a kind of game like he did tonight.
Yeah, just the hard work, every time someone gives up on him, he comes back, and so, he's a hard worker. He's dedicated, like I said, to keeping his body right. And sometimes you just, some unfortunate things happen. You can't control that, but it's not from a lack of work. It's not from a lack of wanting to be here. And just sometimes some bad luck hits, but he's going to keep coming back and he's going to get to this point like he is right now. And that's why I'm just so happy for him.
Ty, you talked about, Zoo pregame guarding Nikola Jokic, but obviously sent a ton of bodies at him today. 7 turnovers, looked a little bit uncomfortable at times. What does it take just to guard Nikola Jokic, and how did that go today?
It takes a lot. Like I said, I think Coach Adams is doing a great job of just putting him in different spots, different positions. And for a 7-footer like Zoo to have to navigate through pin downs and away screens, and it's tough. It's tough. You have a 7-foot guard. He can put the ball on the floor. He's one of the best passers in the world. He can shoot threes. He can shoot floaters. He can post smaller guys. It's just a tough cover. And so we just got to do whatever we can to try to keep him off balance and just give him different looks.
You had to call a timeout on that sideline when James kind of got jammed up. And I want to know, just from your perspective, more about that play out of the timeout. Kawhi hits that jumper, and then the defense where Kawhi winds up getting a steal. Like, what else did you tell your team, to set up that sequence?
No, we got 11 seconds on the shot clock. This is what we're running. Kawhi get a basket, and let's get a stop. And we win this game. And our team went down and did it. So just staying poised down the stretch, understanding how we want to execute, and did a good job of doing that.
If I was there, I'd be like, how'd you feel about Nico getting that three-pointer? Nikola Jokic getting that three-pointer off at the end. You're up by 3. I could have fouled him and sent him to the line. I can't. You got to foul there. Maybe I will ask on Thursday.
Coach, nice job today. I guess Norman Powell and Jamal Murray kind of had that dust up a little. How were you? How did you think your team responded after that?
I thought we responded well. I thought we responded well. Actually kind of got Norm going. He made 3 shots, after that. But it just, like I said, Jamal just said, just competing. It wasn't anything dirty, just playing hard, competing. And when you're in the playoffs, if things like this don't happen, then I don't know if you're playing hard enough. So it's going to happen.
Ty,
I like that. They responded well. I was worried that Jamal Murray was just going to go nuclear because I've seen it before.
Yesterday, you said you wanted to get Kawhi into attack mode. Obviously, he did that tonight. But how do you get him into that mode without other guys, I guess, just getting lost in the flow of the game?
Nobody getting lost. Norm had 14 shots. James had 17. Zoo did what he did. And, our best player, if he's going like that, we're going to continue to feed him. And so guys are getting their shots. All the guys understand their roles and when shots are going to come, and they have no problem with that. So I don't think guys got lost. I thought Kawhi willed us to a win.
Ty, Jamal kind of got
that's the quote right there.
And when shots are going to come, and they have no problem with that. So I don't think guys got lost. I thought Kawhi willed us to a win. I don't think guys got lost. I thought Kawhi willed us to a win.
Ty, Jamal kind of got going throughout the night.
And they have no problem with that. So I don't think guys got lost. I thought Kawhi willed us to a win.
Ty, Jamal kind of got going throughout the night, but it seemed like Chris never let up with his effort on him. Just kind of how impressed were you with what he was able to do on Jamal tonight constantly throughout the game?
Another tough cover. You got a guy who can score at all 3 levels, constant movement. And KD, like I said, just keeps fighting and keeps competing. Jamal makes a tough 3, tough floater. He just keeps coming back. And like I said, came up with a big steal at the end of the game, and then also came up with a big offensive rebound that we scored on as well. So, taking on KD's personality, like that's who we got to be. And so he brings that toughness for us every night.
Taking on KD's personality, Chris Dunn's personality. That's who we got to be. Speaking of, I think we got some Chris Dunn post-game audio for you guys. And then some beats to Zubac, and then I'm out.
Got to give credit to everybody.
Guys,
Chris Dunn.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough one. Both teams were playing well. It went down to the wire. Really good game. Got to give credit to everybody that played today. While he was special, Zoo, he don't have an easy matchup with Jokic. Everybody came to battle, and Norm made big plays down the stretch.
An emotional and physical playoff game, wasn't this?
Absolutely. For this to be considered my second playoff game, I loved it. That's the kind of games you want to be in. Great atmosphere.
Man, you can't forget about that. This is his first playoff series, Chris Dunn. I think he's doing well.
Credit to the coaching staff and everybody that played today.
And how about Kawhi? Kawhi was the guy that just could not miss tonight.
Yeah, after game 1, we knew he was going to come in and try to be special, and that's what he did. That's why he's in the upper echelon of players in this league, so credit to him.
And now you guys get home court, you steal it away.
Yes, sir. We got to go in there and get a big win. Hope the fans come out, be as loud, even louder than, the Denver crowd, and, we can't wait to see the wall.
Okay. Good one, man.
Yep, appreciate it.
Matchup for you. Just
Beats to Zubac here.
what did it take, tonight to limit him like you guys did?
It's still, had 26, 50% shooting, but it's all about making it work for everything he gets. Make it hard, stay physical, and we know we're not going to stop him. So just make it as tough as possible.
You guys back and forth, the physicality at times was, frustrating him a little bit. Is that kind of an emphasis for you to try and be physical like that with him? Is that a strength for you in that matchup?
That's how I play against anyone. I'm just playing my game, and that's how he plays. He plays physical, so you gotta bring it. If you don't bring it, it's gonna be too easy for him. You gotta you got to be physical. So
If you don't bring it, it's going to be too easy for Jokic.
I don't know if it frustrates him or us or whoever, but that's how you got to play against him. Otherwise, it's not looking good.
What goes through your mind when you're seeing the game that Kawhi's just having? Like, is it just like, holy shit, it's Kawhi?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have much time. They're so fast with getting that ball out of bounds. You don't get to think about anything. You're only thinking about going back on defense and matching up.
Denver's very good about getting the ball in quickly.
And especially when Jokic got the ball, you know, they're setting those high step ups. I can't think about anything else.
Ty talked about
Zoo's the best, man. I love Zoo.
what a challenge it is for you defensively to run around, pin downs and screens. Like, it's a 7-foot guard. Is that a unique matchup?
It is, man. I mean, they've been doing it for a while, so kind of know it's coming, but it's hard to get used to, you know. Never in my basketball life I played as a guard, so I never had to guard pick and rolls. Not being the one in a drop or whatever, actually the one being screened or, chasing around pin downs. I never did it, but that's what happens. When you play against him, you got to be ready for everything. You got to figure it out.
What was your preparation just with that for that match? Knowing that you were going to get some of that
I talked to some of our coaches and players who are guards. They gave me some tips how to get into the body, on the ice when I'm sending him left or getting into the body on those pin downs. He gave me a few tips, but his teammates are doing a hell of a job screening for him, setting really good screens, and they're not making it easy for me at all.
You have been so good this year at limiting your personal fouls. You had none in the first half. Obviously, you picked up a couple there in the second half. Is there anything you feel like you learned in the second half about what Nikola was maybe doing and just kind of how you can better limit yourself in game 3 and 4 with obviously the stuff he's going to try to do to get to the line?
No, I think, I only had 3 fouls, so I felt like one of them was when I thought he had a step on me, so I tried to foul on purpose. I didn't want to, I didn't want him to go for a layup or, find someone open. If my teammate helped, so I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough to, it's not easy to guard him. It takes a lot, and sometimes you're going to foul. So I knew I got into the second half with 0 fouls, so I knew I could be a little more aggressive.
Smart. Get into the second half with 0 fouls, then you can be more aggressive. Then you can intentionally foul if he's got the step on you and getting by you, and you don't give up the easy 2. Beats the Zubats. Really, really smart player. Here was Kawhi post-game on TNT afterwards.
As we kick it over to Lauren Jabaro.
It was a grinded-out victory, BA. 18 lead changes, Kawhi, 12 times tied. How were you guys able to close it out there in that fourth quarter?
Kawhi looks exhausted.
Came down to stops at the end of the game. Great basketball team, especially at home. MVP caliber player with Jokic. And great guys around him, Murray, and they all playing great. So tough fight. That's what the playoffs about.
I know what you said before the playoffs started, that you just want to leave it all out on the floor. You were 15 of 19 from the field, 39 points. When did you know, hey, I had it tonight?
I just kept going and staying in the zone. I didn't worry about what shots I were making or missing, just kept shooting.
I know it's tough to get a road win, especially in the playoffs. Now it shifts back home. How much does the mentality shift now, knowing the series is tied up at 1-1? You get to play in front of some home fans now.
Same mentality. We got to go out there and still play a good basketball game, staying focused. Like I said, this is a great basketball team who we're playing against, and it's no easy walk.
Kawhi, it's going to be a heck of a series. 2 great games so far. Congrats. We'll see you in LA.
Thank you.
There was Kawhi post-game. Yeah, they got to play the same way. Don't just lean on into a dome to save you. It might, but don't take it for granted. Don't act like, we're home, we can let up. No, you got to go just as hard. Here was Norman Powell post game with Christina Pink.
intensity and a sense of thank you, Brian. Norm, you can feel the emotion, the intensity, and a sense of relief from this group as you guys celebrated the W. How would you describe the battle we saw here tonight?
Stick-to-itiveness, man. Shots weren't going for myself, but we got down early. We dug out on the defensive end, getting stops, playing hard, getting out in transition, and sticking together, man. It's the playoffs. Every game's going to be different, but I like the group that was on the floor every single time. We stayed together, stayed the course, and stayed with our composure.
Norm, you brought up the shots not going in for you, but you came up big when the team needed you the most. You had 3 field goals here in the fourth quarter. So describe your mindset in these kinds of moments.
Just continue to stay confident. I kept telling myself to trust my work, and I'm built for these moments, just to continue to stay with it, continue to stay calm, cool, collected, and knowing that I'm going to have a big impact. It's just waiting for my time. Coaches and my teammates kept telling me to be aggressive and looking to be look for my shot, look for my spots, and I was able to do that tonight.
Norm, they say a series doesn't start till a team wins on the road. You guys accomplished that tonight, but it felt like there was a pretty physical battle, a lot of chippiness. You were involved with it with Jamal Murray. What was it like out there?
Super competitive, man. This is what we live for, man. It's what the hours that people don't see will be put in to this game, for the playoffs, and like you said, every game's different. We got this win. But, job's not finished. We got to go home and protect. It's going to be a dogfight every single night with these guys. They got a great group over there. They're experienced, they're composed, they're champions. And, we got to have the same locked-in mentality. Everybody on the floor pulling together, no matter what, the ups and downs, but just trying to dig out wins.
Great job tonight, Norm.
Thank you.
Brian.
Norm Powell, post game. All right. I'm past my bedtime. Hell of a victory. Appreciate you all hanging out. Can't believe there's still this many people in here. It's still just game 2. Things can get wilder. But enjoy the wins. Enjoy historic wins. Enjoy performances like that from Kawhi Leonard. It is an all-timer. I won't forget it. I'll have it in Clippers Rewind at some point, I'm sure. It's incredible.
Who's on the end zone, man? Angels in the end zone.
End zone. I was wondering what I marked there. And apparently it was Clay Vaughn saying Angels in the end zone. I was looking for Chris Dunn post game audio for you guys, and then some beats of Zubac, and then I was looking for Coach Lou. Right.
This is gonna cut your ass in half. All right, we out here shooting 3-pointers, and we got some real veterans, and we out here in California because we the real California team. West Side, baby. Clippers will cut your ass in half. Yeah.
Like a ship cuts through the water. That's what nothing overly violent.
Like a ship in 6. Clip in 6. Woo! Clip in 6. Woo!
I should probably save that from Clay Vaughn. That's a pretty good soundbite right there. I also had them in 6 games coming into the series, so Clips in 6. The guy's got a real Ric Flair like woo going on. I'll just save it as 6. But what I was looking for initially, honestly, historic wins. Enjoy performances like that. That wasn't it. That just happened.
It's tough to, it's not easy to guard it, I guess. The atmosphere.
Like that's who we got to be, and so he brings that tough.
Okay, first of all, this Chris Dunn quote here.
And then also came up with a big offensive rebound that we scored on as well. So, taking on KD's personality, like that's who we got to be, and so he brings that toughness for us every night.
Taking on Chris Dunn's personality, that's who we got to be.
Taking on KD's personality, like that's who we got to be, and so he brings that toughness for us every night.
And then this.
Woo!
Wait.
Let's get it. Clip in 6. Woo!
That's not what I was looking for.
Jamal kind of got going throughout the night.
And they have no problem with that. So, you got a guy who came up with a big steal at the end of the game, and then also came up with a big offensive rebound that we scored.
Both teams were playing well.
I was looking for the Coach Lou audio of him saying Kawhi Leonard willed us to victory. You heard it earlier. Kawhi willed them to victory. Angels above the rim. There it is, Clay Vaughn. That's what we were looking for. Kawhi willed them to victory. Hell of a night, Clipper Nation. Good to be a part of it with you guys. See you at Into a Dome on Thursday. Of course, we're back tomorrow morning, 10:30. Be here. Lauren Rosen will be on. I'm Adam Osland. We will talk to you then.